Let's get going. Let's get after it.
Is this going to be on YouTube and TikTok, or this is just YouTube?
This is just YouTube. I don't have the thing anymore where we can stream to both.
Okay.
'Cause it was I didn't wasn't it messing up your shit?
Yeah, I think it was like shadow banning me.
Yeah, didn't it seriously hack the system?
What?
Didn't it seriously hack the system?
It did something
Yeah, yeah. I just messed up your whole online game trying to go live on both.
a bit, but it's okay.
I think the plan is that we're gonna be here for a little bit and then we'll move over there at a certain point.
hmm
All right, cool. Well, Deanna, we're live. My God, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, doing fantastic, Deanna. This is the first show of the year,
It is, and
and,
in a while. It's
and
been
in a nice long
10
while.
months.
Should we have has it really?
Yeah. The last one was uploaded 10 months ago.
Oh, damn. Should we do a stretch?
No.
I'm gonna do a little stretch. My lower
I
back
just
is tight.
asked you if we should walk around.
Yeah, well, we're doing the stretch right now, Deanna. We need to get into fighting form. Let's see. Let's pay careful attention to the lower back. I
Oh
was
my
doing a
God. I woke up the other day like stupid early for no reason, and I immediately went on TikTok and I found this whole thing of like a girl, she's like crying, laughing, and she's like, what postures have your men been in that gave you the ick immediately? In the comment section, it was so funny. And you just did one of them.
I okay, so I just gave you the solid ick on my on doing a stretch. Sorry that I'm paying attention to my self-care and my physio, Deanna. So sorry that it gave you the
We
ick.
gotta work on our form.
What were some of the other ones? Like what are the other things
It,
that are freaking women out when we do them?
it was pretty much a man doing anything. It was so funny.
Yeah,
Like
yes, of course that's the answer.
as I was looking through but a lot of them were like feet based, like using their pinky toe for balance.
Wait, what?
Like they'd be in their sandals and flip flops or something, and like a little pinky toe would be sticking out on the ground like this.
Who controls their toes?
I don't know. It
Why,
was
like who's having that much
impressive.
thought about what it is that they're doing with their toes while they're standing upright?
Gotta get it together.
This is not a problem I have. I have my toes very well contained inside of shoes, or they're not visible as they are currently in my Croc slides.
You have your dogs out a lot though.
I do, I do. In the summer, when it's dogs out season, it's
Do you
not
have them?
currently dogs out season at all.
Do you have them painted right now?
Hell yeah,
What do you have a
always.
special design?
No, not this time. I really just went with like a nice blue color because it felt kind of wintry. I got them done in New Jersey, and it was probably among the worst pedicures I've ever had. Like at one point, I was like, ah, like she like absolutely like snipped into the side. And the whole reason why I go get pedicures is because I get ingrown toenails. And so like I used to go to the doctor for this many years ago, and I would go to the podiatrist, and he would do this like very painful little procedure in order to get rid of ingrown toenails. And he this was when I was like 14 or 15. He was like, if you went to the pedicurist like once a month, we wouldn't have to do this anymore. So since then I've made it a habit of going, and I want the meanest lady in the salon working on my nails. Like I want the one that answers the phone and is super gruff and has like no bedside manner, because I know she'll put me in the pain that I will not be able to put myself in. And so I was doing it, and like she put me in all sorts of pain, but it had nothing to do with my ingrown toenail. And like I finally like pressed around on it. I'm like, I really need you to like gouge out here. I need you to get in there with a little tool and like really, really pry it up. So
And
by
does she?
that, yeah, she did. She did an admirable job once I gave her a little bit more direction. But then after that, I really had no more time or tolerance for design. I was like, paint them blue and let's get out of here. I got a flight to catch out of Teterboro.
Oh, that's fair. My worst pedicure was when my ex-husband, he was in jail, and I had I had to wait for him before I could post bail. And it was like a another like 8 hours. So I was like, well, I have to kill time in this really small town in Sopperton, Georgia. And they had like 3 stores total and very ominous vibes. And I went into the nail salon, sat down, and like as soon as I sat down and it was like my feet are in the water, everything's good to go, that one of the ceiling tiles broke and it was just a flood of water that came down right next to me. I was like, should I like move chairs? And she was like, no, just stay right there. The other ones are broken. Like, I'm getting like splattered the entire time. And I just pulled out a bucket and I gave them like a little inspo pic of what I wanted. And it came out in the most bizarre. It was like the shape, the color, none of it was correct. And I needed to leave. I was not going to get into a confrontation.
It honestly, it's such a bummer when they're not good, and there's so few. I out of all the pedicures that I've had in my life, there's very few of them where I'm like, this is the bottom 50% experience right now, where this is terrible, where it didn't pan out. I will tell you, I had like a very interesting one when I was in Florida. We went into one salon and they were taking forever. They had a real backlog of people, and so we left, and then called another one, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I can take you now," and gave us the street address, and we go in and it's like in a residential neighborhood, and we walk in to this woman's house, this Vietnamese lady, and she has two chairs set up in her living room and has
Well,
like
that's how
Fox
you know
News
it's
on the
good
TV.
though.
Exactly. It was fantastic. Her two sons were the ones that were doing the pedicures. And then it turns out that she had grown up in Duluth. Like she was from Georgia
Mm.
and had lived here her whole life. Yeah. And so we were talking about different Vietnamese places to go, and like the great food that they're the great Asian food that they have here in Atlanta. Deanna, if you would ever know, if you got yourself cultured.
I'm literally getting more J Jude than you're getting J Jude.
I beg to differ, Deanna. Who has been there within the last 5 days? Who sent you an invite at 10:30 at night saying JJ in 30 minutes, and you just
Oh, I
brushed it
didn't know
off?
that was an invite. I thought it
That's
was
it, most
just
definitely an invite. Yeah, JJ in 30 minutes. Let's go. Get
I
over
thought you were
here.
just updating me about your Jeju habits. Like I'm about
No,
to be at Jeju. This is
no,
exciting.
no. I
Oh,
will say, I'm going to give you a compliment now, Deanna. And I'm not want to do this. I don't do this often. Honestly, I don't think you deserve them. Just kidding. You definitely deserve them. But Deanna is far and away the best person that I've ever gone to Jeju with. Like I will go to like Jeju is a Korean spa. It's about 30 minutes north of here in Atlanta, and there it's phenomenal. It really is like it's essential self care to go to Jeju. Get yourself in the hot sauna. Get yourself in the. My favorite in particular is I refer to it as the womb. It's a big bath that's in the center of the wet area, and it is like at perfect body temperature, and you just sink your body down into that and contemplate life like the minotaur sitting in the center of the maze. And basically I've gone to Jeju with so many different people, and I will say right now, like head and shoulders, you're the best Jeju person ever, because you and I split off in the very beginning, and I didn't see you or hear from you for 6 hours. It was
the
phenomenal.
best thing about me as a Jeju person
Is
is
that
that
you
I
vanish,
disappear.
is that you vanish and you have no expectations. You understand that Jeju is a choose your own adventure story wherein everyone is on their own individual path, individual journey in through there. If I want to take a shower and then I want to eat an egg roll and then I want to take another shower and get into a hot tub and then go eat some bibimbap and then get into a sauna and then go into the cold room, that's my prerogative. It's not a group thing. I can't speak for you and what you need.
I mean, it is nice to not have to cater to another person's experience when you're trying to like you almost can't think in there because you're suddenly very hot. Then you're running around in a penguin room and you're
Yeah.
on these seated floors and I don't know about the womb experience that you have, but maybe
Oh,
you're
you
in a
don't mess with the
room.
womb? You don't go
I
into the womb?
I don't know if they're laid out the same way.
Yes. Come back with me next time to the men's side. Come hang with the boys, Deanna. You'll see. Right in the center of it, it's the nexus of which the Korean spa flows. I refer to it as the womb. I don't think it's anywhere in the official documentation that it's called the womb. But I mean, on my end, I call it the womb. And it is phenomenal. It's the very first thing that I do. I get in there and I sort of chart out emotionally where I'm at in the day and what I would like to accomplish out of my Jeju experience. And then I set forth. And so many people are like, what are we going to do? What's the next thing that we're going to do? Should we take a shower? Can I meet you in an hour in the
Yeah,
dry
there is
sauna?
no we in Jeju.
There, truer words have never been spoken, Deanna. There is no we in Jeju. Like this is your path. It is your experience. You do with it what you please. But it's
It makes
like
it that much more special when you wander back into seeing that person
exactly,
and you don't know
exactly,
what mental state they're going to be in.
exactly.
They might be
Deanna and I,
frazzled.
we went a couple of months ago together and like had this experience where we were in the lobby. We went off to our separate locker rooms and I didn't see her for 6 hours. Didn't see her, didn't hear from her. It was phenomenal. And at one point I was on the phone with my brother and I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, I'm here with Deanna. And he was like, well, what is she up to? Where is she? And I was like, honestly, I have no idea. I don't have a clue about where Deanna is right now. And then at a certain point, like we were planning on spending the night there, and at a certain point I'm like, I guess I should really figure out whether or not she's alive and everything's okay. And I wandered around the corner and Deanna was out on a mat sleeping out. They bring out little mats and they give you pillows with blankets, and she was laying out in her little cult like uniform sleeping on the floor. And she woke up and sat bolt upright, looked me dead in the eye and just said, murder.
What? I don't remember that.
Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Murder.
That sounds right.
And then I believe at one point I fell asleep next to you. And at one point I woke up and do you remember that guy that was talking about Detroit?
Yeah. That guy was bizarre. I offered him like the melatonin gummies because I was like, we got to put a stop to this somehow.
He was truly unhinged and like he was just talking he had been talking to me about Detroit. He had talked about how he had just come down from there while we were in the men's locker room. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to read. I'm not looking to get into all this. And but then at one point like he had wandered away and then you leaned forward and you like put like a little man inside of a glass vial like next to me. Let me see if I still have it actually. I'm pretty sure I still have it around here somewhere.
I try to keep those in my purse to just hand out
What the
as
hell are you
needed.
talking about? You would just hold on to this little
I have
guy?
like hundreds of them.
What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
They
exactly.
have to tell people don't eat them.
I almost did take it as a pill. I'm like, I'm sure it has restorative properties.
No, they're just cute.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, major shout out to Jeju. I can't say enough about the restorative ability and effects of the Korean spa and going and how essential it has become for me this winter especially to be able to go in there and just have a schwitz for this is the other thing is like most people are like, "Oh, well what do you do there for more than like 2 or 3 hours?" And my answer is like, if I go for less than 8 hours to Jeju, like I haven't gotten the full experience. I'm not. It's
Exactly. I was trying to plan a trip this week and I keep having like dog deliveries each morning. And I was like, well, if I can't sleep there or if I can't spend a sufficient amount of time, it's like it didn't happen.
exactly
Or I
if
might go
in
this weekend.
without me.
Well, I was gonna invite you, but I didn't know if you'd be JJ'd out.
Never, never. But I think no, I could never get Jeju out. I will
If
say
I
that when I
go, I'll
went
let you know.
when I went this past weekend, I had sent Deanna this invite saying like Jeju in 30 minutes, which apparently was did not land at all as an invite for her in her mind. But it was at one point I was in the salt sauna. It's the hottest room in there. It's got to be 140 degrees. I'd been in there for like 10 minutes, just drenched in sweat. and I'm delirious. And I look up and I'm like, oh my God, Deanna is walking into the salt sauna. I see her here. She's like beelining directly toward me. But it turns out it was just some Korean lady,
I get that a lot.
just some rando Korean woman. Had nothing to do with you.
Well, if I go, I will let you know.
Please do. Please do. What are you working on?
I am trying to find the color combination that I want because I'm going to make a trinket trade box. And to decorate it, I want to do like a marbled pattern on the outside, but I haven't decided which color scheme is right yet. So I'm just going to make a bunch like
Oh, that's
this
nice.
on paper, and then there's another color combo on paper,
I
and then I'm
love
going
those.
to dump this. Hold on. I'm going to dump this whole thing, this electric box that I got off of Amazon, dunk that into the marbling thing, and then on the front I'm going to have it kind of like white and twee calligraphy style with black ink to because it'll pop out over the colors, and then it'll be like a take a trinket, leave a trinket.
Like a little lending library of things,
Of little cutesy things.
of little cutesy stuff. What is the latest on your library of things?
um I am talking to some council people. I guess right now it's like for that and my dinosaur situation, a lot of the laws and bills and like stuff that they have to pass, they can't do that in the exact time period that I was trying to talk to them. So basically, in a couple of weeks, we were like, okay, circle back.
Let me circle back about the dinosaur situation. I'm not clear on that at all. What exactly is your dinosaur situation?
The dinosaur situation is that I found out that Georgia doesn't have a state dinosaur. We only have a We only have a state fossil, and that annoyed me. So then I did a bunch of dinosaur-based research, and I came down to two different dinosaurs, but one of them, which is like the main one that pops up when you're looking up Georgia dinosaurs, it's actually more of an Alabama dinosaur that because Georgia was wetlands in the late Cretaceous period, that dinosaur's bones more like washed over to us, or fossils did. So then I settled on the hadrosaur family, and there is precedent for having an entire dinosaur family as a state dinosaur. So I drafted a bill, and I made educational packets to send to the natural history museums of Georgia and asked them to endorse the bill. And then I've sent it out to our legislators in my district. And one of them responded back and was like, I love this, but I can't put any more bills forward. So,
I'm sorry, but we're all full up.
but she wants me to talk more, I think, this week.
Okay. The official state fossil of Georgia is the fossil shark tooth, designated in 1976, representing the prehistoric marine life that inhabited the state. These teeth are commonly found on the coastal plain region and range from the Cretaceous to the Miocene periods, including the massive teeth of the extinct megalodon. So it's not even a specific shark that we're looking at. It's just like the fossil type is a shark tooth.
It's just
Eh,
tooth. All
No,
we have
just
is a
tooth.
tooth.
So all we have is teeth. Okay.
I'm trying to rectify this.
Well, I agree. I mean, like, what are some other state dinosaurs that are out there that you were particular? What set you off on this journey?
It was a performance by a comedian, and she's saying like, does anybody know what you're like, she was talking about how state dinosaurs exist and how crazy that was, and then everybody in the audience was shouting out their random state dinosaurs, and she's like, am I the weird one here that like everybody just has this information on hand? And so then I was like, well, what is our state dinosaur?
I have no clue. What is the Florida state dinosaur?
I don't know, it's probably underwater, so I think there's only like something like
Florida
three
doesn't have an official state dinosaur. New
because it
Mexico
was
has to have
wetlands.
one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
big time.
I get well, but then it's still, yeah, I guess so. Okay, so New Mexico's official state fossil. This is not a state dinosaur. This is the state fossil.
No, it
There, so you're
doesn't
saying
count.
there's a distinction.
There is.
It is the
Look up Colorado. Colorado or California has a Stegosaurus because it's on the license plate.
what?
Yeah, I was so
Okay,
jealous.
this is again, it's saying the official state fossil of Colorado is the Stegosaurus, designated on April 28th, 1982, after a 2-year campaign by Colorado fourth graders. You're in great company here, Deanna. This herbivorous dinosaur, featuring distinctive backplates and a spike tail, lived during the late Jurassic period and was first discovered in the region in 1877. Can you imagine how wild that would be if you were digging in the ground and I don't even know what you're looking for at that point, probably
That's how
gold.
people think that that's why dragons came to be as an idea, is like
Hmm.
finding dinosaur bones.
Yes, for and I also understand that how it's like, hey, it's like you're in 1877 and you're just digging out in your yard, and all of a sudden you start unearthing this huge prehistoric beast that looks like it has giant plates on its back and massive teeth and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, this is for sure a dragon.
Exactly.
Have you seen
I would
all of
definitely think it's a
the
dragon.
have you seen all of the dragon clips, the dragon videos that are coming out of China?
No.
They're pretty insane. It's like it's all these videos like, it's part of the fun of living in the time that we're in now, where you see something and you're like, I have no idea whether or not this is real or fake. It could very well be AI. Let me see if I can pull this up.
You think it's possibly not AI?
I wouldn't put it past China to have like recreated
Dragons?
dragons in some way. Yeah. Or like people believe in the Yeti and the Bigfoot here. Or like,
You
why
think
wouldn't there
there's
be?
the videos are really of dragons?
Let me pull up the video and like,
Okay.
why don't you take a look before you just so go
Okay.
ahead passing judgment?
I was just asking questions.
Yeah, me too.
Did I tell
Me
you that
too.
I booked a trip to China in my sleep?
No, you didn't. Wait, did you actually?
Yeah,
Are you gonna go?
yeah.
When are you going?
In either May or October.
I'm looking to go in December. I really want to go to China.
I really want to. Apparently, I wanted to go badly enough that I woke up out of my
What is
slumber and did it.
what do you want to see there?
I mean, they have crazy spas there, but
Yes,
I
that's
also
my big thing.
it. I mean, so spectacular. It puts Jeju like I. Sorry to say, but it does put Jeju to shame. It was just out of control. But I do just I've watched so many people wandering around just like taking video of the buildings there or the nature, like pretty much everything. Like I feel like I've been so forced out of being able to see anything for so long that it would just be very interesting.
I'm in the same boat. I want to go and I want to see what the deal is. I want to walk around on the ground there. I've talked to people that have gone, and they're always like, "Yeah, it's like hard to comprehend the scale of literally everything there." Like, and the fact that they will have like, uh, where did COVID start? I don't even remember anymore. What was the name of the town?
Hangzhou, Shanghai.
Hangzhou, right? There will be some place like Hangzhou, China, that exists on like the western, most like inland area. It's in the middle of the jungle, and there are like 14 million people that are living out there. And I'm like, and also you can get there by via high speed train for like $70 in like 10 hours. Like, I'm just like infinitely fascinated with what is going on in China, and I want to see what's happening here. Here,
Same.
here.
I'll be the
I'm gonna.
boots on the ground.
I'm going to. Well, why aren't we going to China?
We can go to China.
Here, I've just
We need to
texted
go
you.
to Carthage, Missouri.
We're going to go to Carthage, Missouri first, and then we're going to head to Beijing. I'm sure there's a
Hightail
direct
it to
flight.
Beijing.
Yeah, hightail it to Beijing. Let's go to Shanghai. Let's go to Shanghai Disney.
Oh,
The Pirates of the Caribbean ride looks so fucking sick in China. Like, it's crazy. And I'm a huge Disney fan. Here's the dragon video.
I'm watching this again.
那为什么是你看到了吗？好像是真的，别说话。
You're gonna be like the people watching like a dog driving and sending it to someone like
Check this out. Check this out.
this is absolutely not a real dragon.
It is what. Look at how real it looks. Is it just because it's white?
No, it doesn't look real at all.
It does look real. I believe. Let's see the Californias. These are all I'm seeing so far is the state fossil. I'm not seeing anybody that actually has a state dinosaur. Oh, okay. California does indeed have a state dinosaur. The oh my god, the Augustinophis marissi. Augustinophis marissi.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Affectionately known as Augie, is the official California state dinosaur, designated in 2017. Wow, they're way behind the eight ball. This herbivorous duck-billed dinosaur lived approximately 66 to 72 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. It was roughly 30 feet long and is unique to the state, with fossils only found in California. This thing looks dumb. Like it just
Yeah.
does it just doesn't look like an intelligent animal at all. I'm surprised that it even made it 6 million years. Hmm.
I think there's only I know that the number 3 is somehow involved, but either like 13 or 30-ish state dinosaurs.
There's only oh, here's a list. Arizona has got the Sonorosaurus thompsoni, which looks to be a what's the long-necked boy? A brontosaur.
I think that they decided that a brontosaurus didn't actually exist.
Excuse me.
Well, I think they put it together wrong.
What does it look like?
Basically like a brontosaurus, just not quite as
All
they
right.
just
So
have like
it
some of the bones mixed up.
okay. Okay. Look at this. There's a lot of them. There is a fair amount of states that have it. Arizona, Arkansas, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Washington D.C. has one. That's kind of insane. Capitalosaurus. Capitalsaurus.
Is it?
Yeah, Capitalsaurus is the informal genus name given to the tailbone belonging to the large theropod dinosaur that lived during the early Cretaceous. You know what's amazing to me is that dinosaurs were like the biggest thing on Earth for like somewhere between like 100 and 150 million years. And then they all died. And for another 100 million years after that, they didn't exist to anybody. Like no one had any idea that they were there until like some Dutch guy started digging around in his backyard in the mid 1700s and was like, "Oh wow, look at this giant thing that must be a dragon." But they spent that entire gulf of time just like in a weird gray area of existing and not existing in the same time.
Well, that's why I won't completely rule out dragons, but
Thank you.
I will rule out whatever you said as being a real dragon.
That is 100% a real dragon. I'll take it to my grave. Look at this. Idaho has a dragon. Massachusetts has the Podokesaurus holyokinesis. Oklahoma, Texas, of course, Texas has one, I'm sure. Oh, they even had a revamped dinosaur.
What do you
Wyoming
mean?
is the Triceratops. In
I
2009,
got the
the
Triceratops.
yeah,
That's like a celebrity dinosaur.
yeah, that's a big time dinosaur. I don't even know the other names of like I don't
Well, you know
recognize
the
these ones at all.
hadrosaur, the one that I'm trying to get for Georgia is the duck-billed dinosaur, and he is pretty popular.
The duck-billed dinosaur, the hadrosaur.
Like Ducky in Land Before Time.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you just say that, Deanna? You're trying to make me cry.
I know, it's so sad.
I know, it's so depressing.
And the reals, don't look up it now because you might cry, but the real story of the girl who voiced Ducky for
Oh,
the
I've
movie.
seen.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I remember finding that story when I was in high school and she also played she played one of the
A
dogs
little
in All
girl
Dogs
in
Go to Heaven.
yeah.
Yeah. And
And the guy who played it was like crying. Who's the guy who played the voice of the other dog?
Dom DeLuise. It's Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
He was
Burt
like
Reynolds is
actually
the dog.
crying when he was voicing the line saying goodbye.
Yeah. Well, oh, did she like that happened in the middle of like
Hmm.
them making that movie? Should we tell the
Hmm.
story?
I will actually cry.
It's really sad.
It's
It's
so
really,
sad. I
really
think
sad.
like look it up at your own risk if you're
All right.
interested. It is so sad.
Sorry, viewers. Deanna's not ready to go there.
It's just too much.
It is a lot, though. Would highly recommend. Let's. I would not actually highly recommend, but let's. What is,
Yeah, it's a weird thing to highly recommend.
just Google Land Before Time murder. Yeah, Judith Barcy. Judith Barcy. Really sad story. God. You want to hear another crazy story? I heard this the other day.
Yeah.
Are you ready to have your freaking mind blown, Deanna?
Hmm.
So apparently, you're familiar with the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Uh-huh.
What happened to it, Deanna?
Exploded.
It blew up. It blew up. So on that special mission was considered a children's mission, and one of the ways that they did that was they took a public school teacher named Krista McAuliffe, and they did like this huge expansive search throughout the United States to try and find a
Oh, and
public
you
school
couldn't go
teacher.
on it.
No. That's
Oh, you
my
see
high
this
school
one?
teacher. I'll include
Oh,
this in a
okay.
second. Yeah. So they did this huge nationwide search for a public school teacher that would be able to go on as like a science officer on one of the space shuttle missions, and they settled on Krista McAuliffe. And as we all know, when the Space Shuttle Challenger took off, it was having an issue with the O ring around the fuel tank. And it was a very cold day, and that caused the O ring to contract, which led to some spillage of a whole bunch of rocket fuel. And then when that went down into the afterburner, the whole thing blew up. So Kristen McAuliffe was killed. Her entire class was sitting on the launch pad, like watching the launch happen. We're looking up at the sky at the rocket going into space and like watch their teacher blow up. But the crazy story about this is that at one point they were looking for a way to make this the perfect child's mission for going into space. And one of the things that the ideas that they got very, very far with was putting fucking Big Bird on the Space Shuttle
Oh my
Challenger.
gosh, I forgot about that.
Yes, that's dead serious. Like having Big Bird
That would have
on the
been
space
so
shuttle.
traumatizing.
Isn't that like isn't the alternative reality idea of that like it's so mind-blowing? Like, oh my god, like Big Bird, like they would have had to end the character. Like that would have been the very
Yeah.
final, but like they could have never continued on with the character after that.
It's bananas enough that it feels like something that had to have actually happened at least in another timeline. Like,
I agree. This is where I start to like entertain the idea of like various multiple timelines that exist at the same time, and every second breathing off its own number of infinite universes where anything is possible. And yes, indeed, there is probably like not probably there most definitely exists a thing where there was a guy
this
in a Big Bird
absolutely
suit.
had to have happened.
It had to have happened. I agree. I agree. It's crazy to think about that Big Bird. Like there would have been a live camera on Big Bird in the Space Shuttle Challenger, and then just
And the
watching it
feathers
blow up.
flying off.
Yes. And they said also when it this is totally separate of Big Bird, but when that happened, you would think that the astronauts were like killed instantly, but as it turns out, they were not. They weren't killed by the explosion. They were killed by the impact of hitting the water.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's like I can't remember if it was like the biometrics from their suit or what, but they had determined that like after the space shuttle blew up, like they were all still alive and like tumbling through the sky. And then when the space shuttle hit the water, that's when they died from the impact.
I love how we're like, don't look that story up. It's too sad.
Should we just go ahead and tell what I know that because that one's much sadder. That's a much sadder story.
Yeah, that one's way, way too sad.
Yeah. I mean, on like I would love, would you go to space?
Yeah, that's what I've told you before. Like, I was trying to figure out if I took out a big enough loan, would that does it trickle down to your family members? Because if not, then I don't understand why people don't take out massive loans as they're dying and then shoot themselves up into space.
Well, I did. I had kind of a separate thing from that, but I did have a friend whose grandparent was dying, and they took out a whole bunch of credit cards in their name, and then like
Well,
did a
they've
bunch
got
of
to do it
spending
in
on it.
your name. I would do it in my name.
And that was, but I'm pretty sure that that debt would end up passing on to whoever.
I've had mixed responses. I don't know.
You're also assuming that you're going to die on the space shuttle.
Well,
What
it's
happens
like
when you
I
come
know
back with
I'm
a whole bunch
going
of
out.
debt?
It's like the little old lady on the Titanic, and she's like looking at the heart. It's like that moment for me where I'm like, okay, this is time.
You're Rose at the very end of your life, and you're looking down at
Blast me
the,
up.
yeah, blast me up, blast me up. Couldn't agree more. I would definitely go to space, but I also understand that like if you're going to go to space, you kind of have to accept the reality of the fact that like the space shuttle may very well explode with you on in it on the way up there, and then you die. Like that
It's
comes
gonna
that's
happen either way.
that's part of the territory with going into space. It's like, hey,
It's
this
part of the
could
territory with anything.
well, yeah. I guess like the probability of you dying in like a car wreck and coming over to my car is much higher than like you dying on the space shuttle.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Might as well blast us up there. Go check it out. I mean, that I feel like it just changes you so much. Like all the little things that Buzz said after, it's like just completely like I said Buzz, like a personal buzz.
Like he's a good bud of yours.
My close
You know
personal friend.
Buzz. Oh, I'm sorry, Buzz Aldrin, for those
You
of
know
you who
what
aren't
Buzz is
aware.
always talking about? It just, I mean, if I had the chance, I would go immediately.
I would also go up there. Yeah, and side note to that is that my science teacher, my high school biology teacher, had been in the running in order to be on the Space Shuttle Challenger. She was one, and she actually had been selected in order to go. And she decided, what was it? Her husband was a federal judge, and they had a young child, and she was like, now is not the time for me to leave and go for like 12 to 18 months of training at NASA in order to become an astronaut. So she decided against it, and I
Fair.
guess made the right decision.
For real.
Yeah.
Have you seen the reality show where they have to pretend to be like astronauts, but it's all like celebrities?
No. No.
It's so funny. There's like, I don't know the guy's name. He's a football player, Marquise, something.
Marquise.
Marquise, and he's in it, and he's so hilarious in it. Portia from Real Housewives is in it,
It's the
and there's
Stars on Mars.
yeah, and they have to complete all these challenges. Ronda Rousey's in it.
You know I love her. Let's see. Oh, Marshawn Lynch,
Yeah,
Lance Armstrong,
yeah.
Richard Sherman.
Oh
This
my
looks
gosh, and Lance is
crazy.
such a dick in it too.
Everybody hates him. Isn't it kind of amazing? Like the truly like the astounding like turnaround in people's opinions of Lance Armstrong, where they went from like, do you remember that time, like that time, that period in our lives, Deanna, when you would look around and everyone would have a Live
Of the
Strong,
Armstrong band.
everyone had the yellow armband on, and then it turns out that he's a cheater, and then it's just like from there just a cascading thing where it's like, wow, this guy is an insufferable dick.
Hmm. In a lot of ways. And I just found out too, because I remember Tiger Woods was really beloved. And I just found out that like the his wife that he had cheated on, that she like checked his phone when he was in the shower or something, and then saw like all the messages come through, and that he was like, yeah, I'm planning on leaving you. And she like chased him down the street with his golf club
Yes.
and busted out the windows of the car. And it's like that is like diva.
That was the way that story broke, is that like I remember this clear as day. It was like the end, like there was a news story that came out that Tiger Woods had been in a car accident, and that he was seriously injured in the car accident because he lived in
Yeah,
the same town where I grew up in Jupiter, Florida. And also, I mean, like it's hard to overstate again what like a huge celebrity that guy was, and like a transformative figure in like the history of all sports, let alone golf. And so yeah, it's like, oh my god, like is Tiger okay? I hope everything's fine. And then as it turns out, he's just got like literally like 19 side pieces that he's texting at one time and telling
I
all
think
of
there's
them
hundreds.
like tons and tons of women. And he's telling the silliest thing of all is that he told all of them that he loved them.
Hmm.
That's the thing you don't do with the side piece, Tiana.
Major jingus. And you
You
know that somebody's fallen out of like favor in the country when the tabloids stopped going from like really airbrushed and like nice to like him just looking like like that on every cover, and you're like, oh, you're done, like you're not coming back.
there's no recovering from this once they start to show you in that very negative light.
Or like that Vanity Fair of what's her face with the she had all the lip injections
Who is that?
super close up. Oh my gosh, I can't remember anything. And look it up. Every single picture that was taken is so, I mean, it's done very on purpose. Caroline Levitt.
Carol. Oh, the press secretary.
Yeah, have you seen all the pictures from that?
Let
Who
me
is
see
the
this.
photographer for
I,
that?
I have seen the pictures and they are like actually hysterical how like just unbelievably unflattering they are to everybody involved.
And you can tell that they thought Anderson. You can tell that they all thought that they were doing something, even with some of the poses where they'd be like up against the wall and like fixing their cuff, but then the framing of the entire photograph is just to make them look like so small and powerless.
Yes, that was my favorite. Is Marco Rubio looks like he's about 3.5 feet tall. Like
Yeah.
he's like you're like it's
And
like
like
he's
power outlets are left in.
exactly, yeah. And like it's like the lampshade there for scale to just show how tiny he is. Little Marco.
Chef's kiss.
It's so sad. Sad. Do love that Caroline Levitt though.
Oh my gosh.
So good looking. I
She's
have a
like in
thing.
her 20s.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. No, this is a rough.
it's a rough. You're saying it's a rough 20-year-old.
Yeah.
How old is she? Is she really?
Yeah.
I
And
thought you
I was
were.
actually shocked. I'm not trying to, I usually would not comment on someone's physical appearance, but it was truly shocking.
She's 28 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. Um. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I just have a thing for those right wing women.
Like, who else?
Kellyanne Conway.
No.
She's so fun.
Oh my God.
I'm so into it. Who else? Gosh, who else is in the mix there?
What about the
Christy
lady that,
Nome.
what?
Christy Nome does look weird to me. She's like that's like you look from like one period of time to another, and it's like, my God, if you had some this, you
It's
look totally
wild.
different. Kimberly
I mean,
Guilfoyle.
her work is actually like, she did unage a bit.
Yeah. Would you get plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah.
What would you get?
I mean, I think if I got older, I was just like not happy with something, I don't see a problem with it. I just really, I think I'm too lazy for it. It's like so much making appointments and figuring out stuff. I would just be like, this is just overwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it becomes like it's not as though you're fooling anybody. It's like that it becomes its own aesthetic. The fact that you've had plastic surgery, and then like the admirability of how well the job was done. Like I will say that Chris Jenner, like actually, like she ain't fooling nobody with that face job, but it is actually incredible, like how well it was done and how much she's like made to look like Kim Kardashian. Like it's crazy actually, like
It is
the
like it has
complete
gone a long way.
it's like 40 years have just been sloughed off of her.
And I get that because she's in the public like she's seen everywhere. And I agree that it becomes its own kind of aesthetic thing, but I think a lot of people don't know, like, if the work is done well, then you don't know that somebody had work done. And I think for a lot of people that I have seen on TikTok, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is all I'm trying to be as transparent as possible." And they'll list all this stuff and it's like I would never have guessed
Really?
like half of the things. Yeah, because that's like ideally I think there's the aesthetic look of trying to like really enhance things like what is Amazon Bezos's wife?
Laura Sanchez.
Yeah, that is like trying to look like you have work done is the aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah. That's like trying to be like a
A
teenager
doll.
in 1994's idea of what a really hot woman looks like.
Yeah.
Like when I was like 8 or 9, that was my idea of like, oh, that's a babe. But it
Mhm.
really in my mind doesn't. I'm not against plastic surgery. I'm considering getting a BBL myself just because I think I need a little bit more. I think it's lacking. It just falls off. As
BBLs are
Rob,
going out of fashion.
no, 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 I'm gonna bring it back. As Rob says, I have like a Hank Hill butt, and it just sort of
Like a
fails on
frog
me.
stood up.
Yeah, exactly like a frog standing up on its hind legs, just like tucks up way too much under the spine. I think it's bad for my back to not have enough ass. And so like I think it would be better if I could just have like a little bit more cushion on there.
Let's
Something
make
like
2026 the year of our butts. And let's like do a squat competition.
you want to do one
And
right
we
now?
can not right now. We
All
can
right.
measure. We'll take measurements and see who wins.
Okay, I'm down with this. Who can grow the bigger butt?
Yeah, because I need it too.
I think like are you genetically predisposed to have like a big butt? Like does your mom have a big butt? Did your
No.
grandmother
Mm-mm.
have one?
Mm-mm.
It's not, right? My mom has like an ass on her. Like it's like kind of it's
Oh, so you already have a leg up on me, is what you're
exactly. I
saying.
think that's what I'm
That's why
saying
you're
is
taking
like
the bet.
I will definitely take this bet because I
True.
know I'm almost certain that like buried somewhere deep within my genealogy is the ability to have a real donk.
Dang.
Get
Well, I
ready.
mean, if I'm the underdog here, so I think anybody who it follows along on our butt journey should root for me then.
All right, so let's note right now. This is where I'll go ahead and just show. This is where I stand. I don't have a tape measure currently.
No, we gotta do tape measures, and I'm not showing my butt.
Go ahead, Deanna. Just show your butt. Show your butt on the camera. Let's get some viewers.
But okay, I have to go do a potty break, and I'll be right back. Can I just go back into the link if I X out?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Okay, so should I
It'll
hang
take
up?
me. Yeah, go ahead and hang up, and It'll take me a second to get you reworked in, but just holler at me when you're back.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, biology comes for us all, I'm afraid. But yeah, it has been a nice long time since we've done this. And I mean, my God, am I having a good time? I suppose we should be talking about juggalos and juggalo stuff, considering that this is a juggalo centric channel. But you know, when Deanna and I get gabbing, it's kind of hard to walk away from that. But we can play a couple clips. We can take a look. Here, why don't we do a little video review? This is a clip that we just recorded this past year, so this would have been the 2025 gathering of the juggalos. We had an instance where the two of us were sitting in camp and we heard this blood curdling scream, and I think like when Deanna and I hear something like that, we kind of immediately get into like an emergency mode and like pep up and be like, okay, what's going on? And heard this scream coming out. And then we rounded the corner and discovered what the scream was. And so we asked this guy to jump on camera and explain it to us. And yeah, here we go.
Hit it.
Aztec Death Whistle. I got it at a Ouija Max show. One dude was opening up for it, and he looked at me. He was like, "Here you go." And I was like, "You gave this to the wrong motherfucking person."
That scared the shit out of us. Hell yeah, dog.
yeah.
Thank you very much. What was your name?
My name is Torn to Pieces for Life, motherfucker. Woo woo. Hey yeah. Woo woo. Woo woo.
Hit it.
Oh my God. I love that guy so much. My name is Torn to Pieces, motherfucker. And my favorite thing about that guy is I peeked around, I saw that he had that whistle, and I was immediately like, you just scared the hell out of us. Can I please interview you? And you can explain what that whistle is. And he said, I'll do it for 20 bucks. And I said, my guy, a man after my own heart, I'll give you 10. We shook on it. And then when I got the interview, it was really, really nice. Had a really great time this year at the gathering for sure. Actually had a fan of the channel here roll up. His name was Buffalo Todd. Great individual. Was kind of new to the Juggalo scene and had very much just gotten into it, I think largely because of our channel and a few others. And so he was really interested in the world, wanted to see what it was all about. And so he posted up with us. We kind of chatted with him for a bit. And then he went on his way. And I saw him all throughout the gathering, living his best life, sitting there enjoying the shows, going and making friends, being in the movie tent. And then on the last night of the festival, actually the last day, I had to roll back up to the grounds early at like 6:30 in the morning. And typically after the music ends, like we don't hang out there on Saturday because it can get a little scary. It's like a lot of fireworks going off and not a lot of things to pay your attention to. And so usually we bust out, go back to the hotel on Saturday. That's also when our camp leaves and they're heading back home. So we're sort of left there without anybody. And I'm there at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday morning, and like I look up and walking out of the grounds, having spent the entirety of Saturday night in the gathering, was Buffalo Todd, and talking about it, what a great time he had and how much fun he had had at the gathering. So as always, want to give a shout out to Buffalo Todd, a true G and a great guy, very nice guy, former Scoutmaster, which really tickled my fancy because being an Eagle Scout myself, I'm always excited to meet anybody that's. Oh, sorry, trying to get Deanna back in. Always excited to see another Scout enthusiast. Let's get Deanna back in here. My God, we've missed her. My Lord above. No Deanna yet. Well, I'm sure she will make her presence known when she comes back in here. But yeah, personally, I believe in that dragon clip. Or I love to believe the idea that China has like genetically like recreated some kind of dinosaur so that so that like we can live in this world where there are actually dragons in it. Because wouldn't the world just be a little bit better with some dragons? Don't you think? Man, really love doing this. Honestly, yeah, for anybody watching, we really have a great time when we're able to jump on and do one of these lives. I love talking to Deanna naturally, and I feel like we could do this all day long if we wanted to, just talking about our butts and go into space and doing all sorts of having crazy, wacky adventures. There's Deanna. Hi. All right, let's get you linked back in here. Hello? Crinkled? Crinkled? Can you hear me? There you are.
It sounds good now.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
I don't know why it was crinkled.
I don't know.
I have no answers for the crinkle, Deanna.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Wouldn't you know it? I have this clip pulled up. I don't think I ever actually posted this, but this is one of my favorite.
Really?
This is yeah. No, I realized I was like, wait, why did I never put this on the page? Because it's truly like one of my favorite things or moments or anything from the gathering. Let's play it now, Deanna.
He's been wondering why. Wonder why? I wonder why. I wonder why. I think she's wondering why.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder why.
Everybody's asleep.
I want surprise. The gathering of the Wonderlord. I wonder why.
She does not wonder why.
I think I'm tired of us wondering why, but I wonder why. I want surprise.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Your mom wants some fries.
I want some pies.
Get off the phone, you stupid ass! You're at the gathering.
Oh, lady up, blood brown.
I wonder why.
Oh, Cricket, you almost died. Please.
I wonder why.
My shoes came untied.
Hours ago. I wonder why.
Stop sign.
Hope you didn't think you were going to sleep.
I wonder why. I just love that so much. I don't know what it is. I think it was like you kept hearing these like echoes of it happening throughout the campsite as we were there that year. And you would hear just somebody say like, "I wonder why," and then four people would repeat it just totally disparately across the campsite. And so like then all of a sudden, I think all of those guys just got together and they're like, "Let's wander around and just say I wonder why" over and over again.
It was so cute.
It's become a real little shorthand for Deanna and I. I feel like whenever it pops up, it really makes us giggle in actual life.
It reminded me, there's like some kind of cartoon or something where all the little birds are popping up with their
Yes,
eyes.
yes. Oh, I wonder why.
It was very cute, and I love when a big group of people have an inside joke because it makes it feel so much more like part of something.
Yeah, I agree. And that you can tell the organic nature of just coming together and be like, hey, let's just do this really stupid, silly thing for a second that has no meaning or anything like that. Like it's really there's no agenda to the I wonder why guys. They're just the idea is to wander around and be annoying. Do you remember that one guy that was playing that clip last year? I don't have this pulled up. I'm sorry. This is a real failure of mine where it was like da, na, 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 na. Do you remember that guy like wandering through the darkness? And it was so obnoxious and it was
We
so
were
annoying.
dying.
We were laughing so hard because it was just like it was some repetitive. I think it was like a Family Guy clip or something that somebody had like linked up to their megaphone and was just wandering around playing this on repeat, and it was so annoying. Like it was so grating and so awful, but it was still so goddamn funny.
It was so perfectly like the Juggalo vibe of just being like a little scamp.
Exactly. Let's make as much noise and be as annoying as humanly possible for like just wandering through the darkness to never. And then as we were walking down the path, like everyone was singing it as they were coming back in our direction. Like everybody who had heard it, it was just like planted itself in your ear immediately and you could not get rid of it.
It was like weirdly wholesome. I feel like stuff like
Yes.
that is just like Yeah, you can't replicate it, and it is nice, like what you said about it not being like selling something. Because I feel like so many things aren't organically created now that when it is something that you experience in the wild, it's like, oh, this is how people actually act in the world. This is nice.
Let's take a second for coming off of that, and let's just say that we do have the lobby coming up next Tuesday, February 10th, at Lore on Edgewood. Was trying to sell something, Deanna. I was
Advertising.
trying to do a little bit of a plug here for the stand-up comedy show that Deanna and I produce. Come around if you are in the Atlanta area. We have a real good time at Lore. We've got an excellent little lineup. Oh, and Trailer Park is back in the chat. How are you, Trailer Park?
Hi, Trailer Park.
Welcome, welcome.
It's
It's
a
been too
long time.
long. Yeah, it's been way too long, Trailer Park. How have you been? I'm sure we'll hear shortly. Saying the announcement will drop, 2026 announcement will drop any day now. Deanna, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I've been thinking a lot about like last year and just how much I miss everybody.
Yeah, same. Did you send Bloody and Boogie a Christmas ornament?
I tried to get Ellie to make one and it was just like a crumpled piece of tin. She was like, I don't know if I should send this, but maybe I'll still send just like that little crumpled piece of tin with an explanation.
Yeah, you're a little crumpled piece of tin, Deanna.
You're a crumpled tin.
I know. Trailer Park is saying 2025 was mad fresh. Hate that I never seen you guys. I know we were not in an ideal campsite this year. I'm going to be honest with you. We had our normal spot was removed, or not removed, but rather there was a stage that was put there, and so they cleared out that whole area, and we were no longer on the main thoroughfare, which really I think took some pep out of everybody's step. Um, I kind of loved our whole little existence though, tucked back in the corner there. And that one night that Kirk had like injured his ankle, and he was like posted and laid up in the camp chair, and he was just calling out to anybody, and he was like, "Will somebody just come talk to me? You don't even have to buy weed. Just come talk to me. Just story. Just anybody come over and tell me a cool fact." And when you know it, somebody arose like 15 seconds later.
Well, it really was it's interesting that where you end up for your campsite really changes the vibes
It
of,
really does. It changes the whole dynamic.
yeah. But it was also weird. I'm glad we experienced it in a way. I'm sad for the homies who were financially impacted by that. But it was interesting to experience because it created like a weird like sitcom level of like people would just walk into the tent, but they only came if they knew we were there because there's no reason to come by our area whatsoever.
Exactly, exactly. It weeded out. It made it so that only the best people possibly were coming in,
Well, it's
including
very like
Skinny.
Kramer level of just somebody like popping in and
Oh,
it like, oh, okay, now we're suddenly like all playing with juggling balls or whatever. Like it was just very cute.
I believe like most of the people that came through our camp actually tried to put together the button maker that you had purchased ahead of time and that we never successfully got going. I love
Oh
that
my
like
gosh.
there were probably a grand total of like 10 or 15 minds that were devoted to trying to make the button maker work. Every single one of them sat down being like, I can definitely figure out this little button maker. That was going to be our whole little shtick that we were going to do. We had a button making station, and everybody was going to be able to sit there and make a button that was special for them to take away from our camp at the gathering. And everybody from our end, bar none, sat down and was like, I'm going to figure out the button maker. And after about 30 minutes would be like, fuck this button maker.
It caused the most rage out of anybody that I saw the entire gathering was just like this thing. It seems simple in concept, and there's no reason for it to be as difficult as it was. And it even had video instruction that like people would sit down and take time out of their lives at the gathering to sit through like a 30-minute tutorial of a poorly explained step-by-step method, and nobody could get it working.
And not one single person successfully got the button maker up and running, which was a huge disappointment for everybody involved.
It was bizarre. It was like it became a personal challenge, I think, for people.
I think it was personally enraging to a number of people that they could not get the button maker worked out. And like it's for no shortage of like really good mechanical minds in our camp. People that work on like very complicated engines, do very complicated jobs that involve mechanical tasks of figuring out how something works, deconstructing it, and putting it back together again. And I just don't understand for the life of me how like none of us were able to do that, except I did personally step there and try to put together the button maker, and I will tell you it was damn near impossible.
I don't remember you putting in any.
I
Like,
definitely
you're
put
talking about
I put in like 20 minutes being like, I can solve this, no problem. I fell victim to the same hubris as
The
everybody
complex.
else that went and tried to tackle the button maker, and I'll tell you I was flummoxed. Trailer Park says the most beautiful place on earth. Trailer Park couldn't agree more. I hope you've been well, my friend. I am also very sad that we didn't see you there this year. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, next year I hope we see. Are you going to be there?
I don't think Trailer Park misses the gathering.
I know Kirk was saying he might not be coming.
Well, now that seems as though now it's back an open question as to whether or not they're going to make an alternative plan or whether or not they're going to go to the gathering, based on my comings and goings on the group chain.
Okay. It would be a bummer to not have Kirk and Bubbles bopping around.
I know. It'd be so odd. And Dan Jr. as well. I genuinely hope that
Oh my
Dan Jr.
gosh.
come in.
I forgot. You're like gonna have a Dan tent.
I love that I become like the old man Dan after going for 4 years. Like I'm old Dan, and then he's Dan Jr. And then we had Vancouver Dan or Dan Coover, who's Canadian and comes down every time. And we also had some new additions this year. We've actually got some new interviews up. Let's watch one of them now. We've got
Yeah.
let's check this out, Deanna. So yeah, how would you describe Baron, Deanna?
I don't know that there are words.
Let's let him do the talking. And would you consider yourself to be a juggalo? Yeah. When I was 15. Really? Yeah. So you've been a juggalo for a while? Yeah. I would always listen to the craziest bands that we could find. I mean, it started with NWA, and then it just went over to ICP pretty quickly. And then furthermore, my 8th grade year when I met a Ukrainian kid, and he fucking taught me all the lyrics to Weezy Max songs. I wanted to come last year, but none of my friends wanted to say yes. I went to the party on a fucking yacht, though.
Ball is on a boat?
Yep.
Cool. So you've been to an ICP show before this?
Yeah.
What do you think about their live show?
I love it. I mean, there's so much more to it. Just like how hard it's blood. It's the energy, the climate. It's perfect. But I probably wouldn't show my butthole anywhere else, unless I really knew them. The fucker who does what he wants, acts how he wants, just is himself. The true interpretation of himself. How you're supposed to be without any societal influence. Shit. Act normal, get a job, keep your face straight, don't talk to people, keep to yourself. I feel like that's especially what New Jersey's like. Everybody's just out trying to get to where they got to get to. They don't give a fuck about anyone else. Like, that's the most important thing, caring about everybody else. People don't want to drive, especially for us, like 8-9 hours all the way here just to camp for 4 or 5 days and just be like, fuck it. A lot of people are scared of that, but second, I feel like people just expect these people to be so extreme even though they are extreme, they're nice. It's not like they're fucking showing their butthole and yelling, fuck you, you know? So it's like, I feel like that is people's biggest concern, is just people not liking them. From afar, it definitely seems like this is obviously a family, and it might be a little hard to get to that family at first, you know? People who listen to crazy fucking music, people who live their life how they should. Obviously, that's not what people think, but that's how they should think. Since people care for you no matter what. If you need a shoulder on your back to help you walk back to camp, or your foot hurts, then they're there for you. If you need someone to carry something for you, they're there for you. If you're having a bad fucking trip and you took too much shit, they're always going to be there for you. If you're dehydrated, they got water for you, they got food for you. I mean, shit. I just walked by and I was like, what's up, guys? Y'all really from Cali? And I was just so curious. They really came here.
You just wandered up to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's like exactly what happened to us, actually. So we just like walked up there and started talking to Bloody and like basically started interviewing her. And then eventually now 3 years later, it's like we spend every gathering here with them.
Yes, Baron. Love Baron so much. Newest addition to Camp BMW. I believe there is a rebrand that's going on now. It was no longer going to be Camp Buy My Weed. It's going to be Camp BMW.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that was some of the suspicion of maybe that why they were placed so far back on the camp is because it was just a little too overt. But I personally very much look forward to Camp Buy My W. Camp BMW, and Baron, much the same as us, as you heard in that clip, wandered up, started talking to the crew there, and young guy from New Jersey. How old was he? I think he was like somewhere between like 18 and 21. Had come with a couple of his friends, and just kept coming back to Camp BMW all the time. And kept hanging out, and ended up being so great and really amazing, and very much like I don't know, I love the fact that like our normal crew there of like Bloody and Kirk and Boogie and Chance, they have all been in the Juggalo lifestyle for a very long time. Like have all been down with the clown since they were like teenagers, like since like the late 90s. And it's just so interesting to me that there still continues to be like a generation of younger people that keep coming and keep being drawn in by that scene and keep being drawn in, much as we are at this point, Deanna. Like I think that we would both wholly say that we're juggalos, no?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like right, like do or die. And so I do think that it's fascinating that like there's something about it that like what could be a retro act ends up having, like, I don't know, it has legs, it continues to speak to people.
Were you there when Baron and the crew first came up?
Yeah, I believe so. I think I can't remember if I was there specifically for their first one, but I remember like seeing him and then seeing him again, and then all of a sudden I looked over and like Bloody has her table set up normally with the merchandise and is like calling out to people, and all of a sudden like Baron had a megaphone and he's like, "Can't buy my weed, come around, we got Cali Fresh."
Yeah, they had him working.
Exactly. He put him to work almost immediately.
Yeah,
Trailer Park says, "I love my Hell's Pit tat on my arm. Reminds me why I'm a juggalo. I want my ashes spread at the gathering. Let my spirit float to Shangalizi."
oh,
2025
nice.
it was the highest attendance for a gathering since 2013. Did feel crowded there last year for sure. Also, Trailer Park adding fuck ice.
Amazing.
Indeed. And Hoke Steve popping up with the whoop whoop fam, much clown love. Thank you so much for joining us, Hoke Steve, or HOK Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Oh, it's Steve. We love Steve.
I
But
can't
Baron
remember all
wasn't.
it, because that clip is longer than I remembered. How would you summarize it?
Overall, I mean, basically just talking about, kind of I think the same things that we find appealing over the world that, like, on the face of it, it might seem a little bit extreme and a bit difficult to break into. But once you're there and you're accepting of it, and you see all of the zaniness and wackiness that's on offer for everybody that comes into the gathering, like it's hard not to be in love with the place, you know. Also interesting with Baron that he says that it was actually a Ukrainian kid that got him really interested in
Oh
Ouija Mac
yeah.
lyrics. Yeah, yeah. That like there was a Ukrainian kid that like just got very very down with the clown and was all about like teaching him about Ouija Mac. And then, of course, Baron also came with his friend Xander. And I think the two of them had been good friends for a long time. I actually really liked Xander's little interview. Let's take a look.
I love both of their interviews.
I loved them too.
My name's Sander, and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I didn't always necessarily consider myself a juggalo. I wanted to come here, and I guess I became a juggalo now, especially after all the stuff that has transpired this weekend. Honestly, just really like the culture around their music, just how it's not even like they're just a band. They're a whole record label that supports a lot of other groups and people as well. And they have, the whole Fago thing, everyone painting their face. Not every band has a fan base like that where, they're all so dedicated, where they're dressing up or, where a whole drink has become like I wonder where Fago would be right now without ICP, genuinely. My name's Sam.
Love Xander, love him so much. Just talking about the overall appeal and like the deep love that Juggalos have for ICP and the world that they've created around them. Um, yeah, just really fascinating to me that those guys showed up and just got like so full bore into the world. I feel like every time that you and I go, we see someone like that. What was that girl's name, Deanna?
Which one?
The girl that wandered into the camp and then just
Oh,
ended up hanging out with us.
Iantho.
Ione?
Ione.
Ione. Oh my God, who could forget Ione? What was it that she said the first time that she came through? Remember, she went on she did like a whole monologue with us.
I don't think I was like in my body as it was happening.
It was something where it was like she was dating multiple people at the same time, and that had like really blown up in her face that like a few of them had either found out about each other or they had I don't know, it was like in the the
They were
typical
not happy
polyamorous way.
about it.
They were not happy about it. And so I think she was trying to escape from her life, and she had ended up at the gathering of the Juggalos. She'd snuck in, and she had come in and like told us this whole tale, and like everybody that was sitting around in the camp was like listening and then was like cool. Like that was like, I think it was
Nice.
like Boogie was like nice, that's awesome, and like was the first person to chat about it. And then you were wondering like how much did that actually land with everybody, that whole story that she was telling, because it was kind of like it had a lot of non sequiturs in it, and it was kind of hard to catch the thread. And then when we went to the grocery store with Chance and with Boogie, they were like, "Yeah, well, wasn't she dating like 7 people at one time?" like it was really like there'd been nothing lost in that for sure.
Yeah, people are taking it all in.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, okay. This girl definitely left an impression. But as the weekend went on, it was just like she kind of looked as though she had come from like some kind of like a liberal arts school and was doing her dissertation in like modern Greek wedding ceremonies or something, really kind of out of place. And then progressively, as every time that she came back to our camp, she like was more and more entrenched in the world, to the point where she came back in like full clown makeup on Saturday, on the final day of the festival. And it was just like, yeah, I only like went full bore in on the Juggalo lifestyle.
I feel like I just started immediately laughing. I felt bad, like not in a I'm laughing at you way, but like I just knew as soon as I saw her that like the whole room is going to be like taking it. She would just like hold court for
Yeah.
a minute and then go out of nowhere. And so it was like as soon as I saw her, I would be like dying. Like I don't know what's about to happen.
Exactly. I'm like, she was a bit of a loose cannon. And then at one point, like I think at one point, like Chance pulled up on his phone like an old clip of the Pink Panther cartoon and played it for her. and like I can't remember the specifics of it, but he told me, he was like, she told me that was her favorite thing that happened at the gathering was watching the Pink Panther at our tent.
Perfect. No
It
notes.
was, yeah, it really no notes at all. Like perfect, perfect. Ione. My gosh.
But also, I think for Xander and Baron, I think they're just so interesting as like some of those characters that you meet, and you're just like, I don't know, because at any festival or anything like that, you don't know necessarily if you're ever going to see that person again. So you absorb in that little moment, and it's really nice and special. But like a kind of not a part of your heart is like hidden from them, but you're kind of just like, okay, I will enjoy this moment, and it might pass, and I never see them. But I feel like their energy was so open to all experiences there that like they were not like beholden to us as like a campsite. They weren't like part of the crew, but they were part of like the entire festival. Just like, yeah, whatever's happening, and also this is like a safe place that we can come back to.
Yeah, they were living their best lives at the gathering of the Juggalos for sure. Here's a clip of Xander talking about one of his favorite things was the smoke out competition. The smoke. I don't know whether or not we actually witnessed this happening.
We didn't.
We didn't, right? But here's Xander talking about it now.
It would have to be the smokers competition that we went to. We were actually signed up to be in it at first, me, Baron, and our other friend, but we decided not to do it after seeing what it was. It was like this giant dab rig. It had two sides on it, so there was a person on each end, and they were both like trying to suck a bigger cloud out of it, and you had to blow it towards the judge. I was thinking like, I'm not trying to get herpes from this like huge dab rig that 20 other people are hitting. So we didn't do it, but I just thought that was really crazy, just having a 20-person smokers competition. You would never see that anywhere else. It'd have to be.
That's one of my favorite lines out of those new clips is him being like, "Yeah, I wasn't really looking to get herpes from jumping on this giant dab rig that everybody else has had their mouth on." Also a consideration for me where I'm always like, yeah, I don't know that I want to be coming back from the gathering with like a staph infection and need to explain that to people in my lives as far as like what is with
So
the
far,
cold
so
sore that's
good.
on the side of your mouth. I know, I know. I talked to a guy one time. It was before that you had gotten there, and I talked to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I got like the worst staph infection, and it was really difficult to explain to my wife how that had happened." It was also the first time that I got COVID was at the gathering.
Oh dang.
I ended up with a little jug of flu.
The jug of flu.
The jug of flu, yeah. I think I flew from there to Texas for work, and I was already kind of exhausted because I'd just been at a festival for like 4 days, and, like, I was midway through my workday and, like, just immediately just got, like I got hit by a tank or something, like, it just, like, bowled me over, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm going back to the hotel and going to bed." And then, yes, indeed, turns out, tested positive for COVID.
At least you didn't have your mom saying, "What's wrong with you? You're disgusting."
Will you
Don't
please
ever
tell
do that
that
again.
please tell that oh my god. Oh my I have to find that fucking I've gotta find that text. Hold on one second, because it was so the recounting of it was so great, and your mom truly sounded so much like Donald Trump when she was describing this thing. Like, I can never read back to it without hearing it in his voice. This would have been months ago. Let's
Look up
see.
disgusting, unless that's a common word in your messages.
Deanna disgusting. Surprising it does not pop up. Because that's disgusting. Okay, here we go. This would have been I feel like you texted me that around Christmas.
Classic Christmas text.
Yeah, exactly. So disgusting. Show more. Okay,
How
here we
many
go.
times have people said that to you?
Oh, me? Tons, Deanna, tons. I'm constantly getting thrown disgusting at me over text. Trust me, my messages are
You're doing
actually
a lot of digging through those messages.
flame with it. Okay, this is a text conversation that I got from Deanna with a conversation that she was having with her mom. So this is from Deanna, legit convo right before Brenda. That cruise, what was going on the last day? You were absolutely disgusting. Deanna, I had COVID. Brenda, just so gross, so disgusting. What was wrong with you? Deanna, dot, 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 COVID, dot, 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 question mark. Brenda, horrible. I just don't hope you do that again on the next cruise. Disgusting. I read that aloud to so many people. Like I'm where I'm like, you don't know anybody involved in this, but I love this conversation so much where somebody is just being called disgusting over and over again for having gotten COVID. But also,
And told
Deanna,
not
you've
to
had
do it again. Like
how,
I
in fairness, Deanna, how many times have you had COVID?
so many, and I think like I don't know if it's a true thing, but I think it's like a 9 lives situation apparently, and I'm like on my way out.
Oh, you're running out of lives for sure. I have personally known you to have COVID at least 4 or 5 times. Like it's been outrageous actually how many times you've had it.
It's a lot.
Yeah. It's disgusting. Wouldn't you agree? I think for me, I've only had it like to my knowledge once or twice. One time you got it and was right next to you the whole day beforehand
It
and
was
I didn't
at a
get it.
party at your house, and I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was my
oh my
birthday
gosh,
party.
everybody must be sick.
Yeah, and no, it was just you.
Yeah.
COVID loves you so much. It can't stay away from you.
Ooh, this one turned out cute.
Let's see. That is nice. So the idea is that will go on top of the trinket box.
Yeah. I'm gonna submerge the whole thing. I'll need a bigger like plastic bin thingy, but
Oh,
like
you're
I need
actually
a bigger one of these to
in
submerge it.
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see that on Instagram where people will like take shoes and stuff and like dip it down. What is that process called?
Marbling.
Marbling. Yeah, like I've seen that before where people are like marbling like sneakers or lunch boxes. You can marble anything.
A lot of people will use like spray paint for it, but that doesn't last as long and you can't like get that color meld as much. So I like to use these ones. They're like it's for marbling. Marabou Easy Marble.
Show it off one more time for the audience, Deanna. Very nice. Very nice. I expect that check in the mail, Marbaloo. You know where to find me. Trailer Park says, I've been down since '06, but I'm only 30. Yeah, I know you're a real OG, Trailer Park.
What is the math on that, Dan?
Well, now hold on a second. Now let's start where we are right now. What year is it, Deanna?
2026.
It's 2026. Okay, so now if you take 2026 and you
Don't do
subtract
it. Just do it in your head
2006,
and tell me
hold on
what
a
it
second.
is.
Hold on, Deanna, hold on a second. I'm going through my process. Now, if
Okay.
you take 2026 and you subtract 2006, how many do we have?
I'm not going to be answering you. This is a you thing.
It's 20. The answer is 20, Deanna. So that means that 20 years have passed by since 2006. Now, if someone is currently 30 and you subtract 20 years from that, how many years do we have?
He was 10.
He was 10 years old, Deanna. That's absolutely correct. Let's give it up for
Yay!
Deanna. Let's give a big round of applause for Deanna with the math. Do you like that? That's Common Core math.
I just like anytime I hear it out loud, it makes me feel enraged. Because
Why?
I can't hold the numbers in my head for long enough. Like I need it to be visually out there. I need to write it down. So when I just hear it, it sounds like not just the womp 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 from Charlie Brown. It sounds like if somebody were to be womp womp womping while nails on chalkboard are like scraping down, and something in my body, like I should probably check. I have that like tracker thing that goes and it tells your heart rate. I know it just shot up.
From people doing mental math. So that
Not
really,
met no, from them doing it verbally.
so you're saying what I just did absolutely set you on end. Would you say that it's more or less frustrating than watching a man do anything? Because I know that that really drives you crazy.
If a man, if they're
Yeah.
fumbling,
Why
fumbling
don't
and
you
fumbling.
explain what the specific issue is there, Deanna?
It is an immediate, like I have to turn away and try to erase from my brain just so that I can still respect that person. If they're doing something that is a task that is like a very certain task that they're like, yes, I can do this. Like, oh, I can screw this thing in, I could do this. And I watch them dropping stuff and confused or whatever, I never want to see that.
So just a man, and this is a man specific thing, is it not?
Yeah, women can do whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly. They can make no mistake. But I will say also, like when we were editing the longer form documentary, and it's the clip that intros Captain Kirk. I kept getting this note back from Deanna being like, "Can you fix the beginning? Can you fix the beginning?" And I was like, "What the hell is she talking about?" She's like, "Can you please just get rid of the whole thing that happens at the beginning? So disgusting, so awful." Like it was literally like that. Where it's like, "Wait, what are you? I don't understand what you're talking about." And it's because he's like Captain Kirk walks around with his wife on a leash, and so like she had a problem with the fact that he was trying to put the leash on a collar that's around Bubbles's neck, like really was just absolutely enraging. Where is it? I've got to find this clip. It was so funny.
I I I don't even, I must have been in like a blackout rage
Like he
at
was
it because
absolutely like it took me a month to figure out what the hell you were talking about. And then you explained this thing further about how you have this issue where you can't watch men struggle to do something. And then it became clear like, oh, I see. This is the problem here. It's because he can't he's struggling a little bit in order to put this thing on. Here it is. Here it is. This clip here, which I do love with Kirk. Let's just watch it.
Whoop, whoop. I said whoop, whoop. My name's Captain Kirk from PA outside of Allentown.
Are you a Juggalo?
Oh, hell no. I hate them assholes. They're fucking gang members. Oh, I die hard. I live 11 months, 3 weeks for this. This is more family than my family. They saved my life. And they don't even know it. So I come here and I do my shenanigans for them.
Yeah. Somewhere in the director's cut, I'll include where Kirk was putting the leash on Bubbles because it was absolutely setting Deanna ablaze to have to watch it repeatedly over and over again. Like, really, just like I've never seen her fly into such a rage before.
that'll do it. I didn't even see the struggle in there, and I'm already feeling like hot and itchy.
Yeah, exactly.
I got an
Exactly.
allergy test. Like
The prick
I think
test?
like the little patches.
Yeah.
I have like scars on my back now.
What? From
Yeah,
the
I didn't.
test?
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be because it just got so. It was like Mayday level of like really bad allergy, I guess, to some stuff, and I have like cuts into my back now,
Really? Well, what are you
Mhm.
allergic to? Me,
Like everything.
for sure.
And apparently, a lot of the stuff that goes into tattoos, or I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Why like some of the ones that I've gotten are like inflamed for a really long time.
Does they make you break out in hives?
No, I mean when I've gotten a tattoo in the past, like a couple of the ones on my back are still so raised up. Like it's like braille.
Really? And now
Hmm.
the test itself has given you a scar.
Yeah, but it's making me itchy. I feel like I like a little cuckoo, but I still have to take like an antihistamine.
I mean, that sucks. Like, how long ago did you have the test?
Like a week ago, I didn't know that it would be like this ongoing.
Well, no, it's not supposed to do that. You should really talk to your doctor.
I did. They're just like taking there's nothing we can do. Just taking it. What's done is done.
They're like, you're allergic to something.
Yeah.
Did you?
You
Are
put
you
it on
actually
your
allergic
back
to
underneath a
cats?
patch. What?
Are you actually allergic to cats?
I don't know that it tested for that, but it didn't come up in my thing.
Mm.
But I know things that was part of why I wanted to take it because I've been lately having like random little hive moments, and I was terrified that it was the dogs.
Yeah, but that's where you have to do the immersion therapy. You just say, surround yourself with more animals.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
But
and then it gets better.
yeah, but I was just like, oh no, is this like gonna become more of a thing? But it seems like at least they didn't pop up, cats didn't pop up. And I think like every 7 years it is supposed to change.
Yes. Yeah, your body goes through cycles wherein like you're all of a sudden like allergic to something and not anymore. I had a friend that like was for a long time he grew up in Maryland, grew up eating crab and oysters and all the rest, and then one day got like a really violent reaction to those things and it's like, "Oh, you're allergic to shellfish" out of nowhere. And then like he went years being super bummed that he couldn't eat crab anymore, and after 7 years he was like, I really want to test this. Can like I'm just going to eat a crab cake and my wife is going to stand here with an EpiPen and stab me in the neck if anything happens, and then we'll just rush to the hospital. And lo and behold, he was no longer allergic.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I'm allergic to this cat for sure. He makes me itch like once a month.
Apparently they make like little shots now that you can take for cats.
Like, did the cat do it or do I do it?
You do it.
I give him a little shot and then it's
One
just he
tiny
doesn't
little
make me itch anymore.
shot.
Yeah, I don't want to give him no shot.
No, you take the shot, and it's supposed to like you. I think it's a monthly shot that you take.
Look at how beautiful this animal is.
Because I learned that on Nextdoor, one of my many Nextdoor.
One of your many next door adventures. When are we going to play another one shot with our Dungeons and Dragons homies?
I don't know. I could reach out for after the 14th weekend, like when I don't have Ellie, I could do the. We'll look at our calendar and see when we can play more
That
Dungeons and Dragons.
that was
I've
a lot
been.
of fun.
We need to play Baldur's Gate.
I know, I know. You know what? I've been really good about reading for the last like 3 or 4 months. Like that's been my main occupying thing rather than staring at my phone. I've been actually like reading books, and that's been so nice. And I'm just
Right?
worried that getting like really involved in a video game is going to just erase that entirely. Like right now, I'm reading for like 3 hours a day.
I've read 6 books so far in 2026. Like you can do two things at one time. I believe in you.
I get so addicted to video games. Like it's just
Well, that's
it
what I'm
takes up
saying.
my whole world.
If it's both of us, wait, I'm gonna calm down. Let me take a breath.
No, keep getting fired up.
If
Why are
it's
you
both of
calming
us,
down?
if it's both of us, then we can. It kind of like because it's campaign that way. So then, unless we're both able to be playing, we're not gonna be playing. Like it'll help us.
Are we gonna be playing in the same room, or do I like
No, we can play online.
what do you play on? What's your console?
A PlayStation 5.
You have a PS5. I only have a PS4.
I don't think that matters.
Okay. Okay. When did you get a PS5?
At Black Friday.
Lucky. What other games do you have?
I have that. Infinity Nikki is so cute, and it's like she'll just wander around and get cute. Like your powers are powered by outfits. Outfit gives cute powers. So
Cute
that's
new
pretty cool.
fit.
And you have like as you progress through the game, you have like different options of powers that you get. And one of them is just grooming animals. So you go up to an animal like a squirrel and you like click the outfit that allows you to groom. And then it holds out, oh, my light went off. It holds out like a little cloth thingy. You go up to the animal and you just go like this. And that's one of like the tasks of the game. And then I have that one. I have Red Dead. I have Fallout, whatever the newest number is, like 5 or
Yeah, what is
4.
the latest? I haven't played a Fallout game, and that's such a good series. I love it so much. Latest Fallout.
3 or 4 or 5.
Fallout 76 is the latest
No,
actively supported
what?
game. But it's like, I think the year 76.
Mm.
Yeah, that was released in 2018. And Fallout 4 was released in 2015. But I love Fallout.
I have
What's
whatever
your
the newest one is.
what's your move? What do you go for? Like, are you a Brotherhood of Steel kind of individual?
I don't know what that is.
Do you oh, you don't get the big mecha suit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like the mecha suit. I want to go wandering around picking locks, trying not to shoot too many people.
Did you play Skyrim?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, Skyrim is probably my favorite game ever. Like that's truly a masterpiece. Like almost from moment one that you start up the game and you go like and you're like, "Oh, there's some giants over there. Let's go see what that's about." And then you just get completely backhanded by a giant and die and you're like, "Okay, well I can't do that right now." But then like slowly you build up to where it's like, "Oh, giants are no big deal at all. You can go through and absolutely destroy them now that I have this special piece."
You're going to like Baldur's Gate. Like that is right now. I went into this fireplace and I tried to fight this hag lady that was coming at me. And then all these people were in masks and they're like, "Oh no, I don't want to fight you," but it kind of enters you into role-based play, so you have to fight them once it goes and it like opens up the world view and you're like, "Oh shit, now I'm gonna fight." And I'm kind of stuck because I'm like, I think they're possessed. I feel really bad.
Like beating them up.
Yeah, I don't want to beat them up, so I don't know what to do. So I'm like trying to like figure out how to get myself out of this like hag fight right now. But it's so cutesy, and they keep adding other kinds of like apparently werewolves are in the mix. Asterion
Ooh.
is a vampire. Like it's just so interesting. And apparently the characters all bang, which I was not expecting it to be like a saucy
What?
game. But that was like one of the first things where like this frog woman, her name is Lizelle. I'm just like bopping around and then I'm going up this cliff. I'm sorry I've derailed this completely. Go on
No,
a
no,
ball.
please talk about the frog lady banging. You've got me sitting upright and at attention.
So the whole game, she's so intense. She's like, I'm gonna fucking kill like her anytime her face comes on the screen, it even goes like the like up in there. She's like, "You don't believe that? I'm gonna hang you from the ceiling," like crazy shit. And then all of a sudden I'm going up this cliff just to go pick some literally pick some flowers. And the dialogue shifts. It's to her face and she's like, "Have you ever thought of what it would be like to touch each other?" And then she goes into like super detail. She's about my odor and she keeps being like, "I've been scenting your odor for miles now. Something about your odor is bringing me to you." I was like, I don't know what to do. I had to like literally Google what like is this lady gonna kill me? if I turn her down because I don't think that that's the romance for me. And then I made a video about it, and people are like, "Oh no, this game is like getting into random romantic encounters with people."
So the frog lady's super horny, and she's one of like a whole cast of characters that are like. Are there other hornier characters?
Everybody's horny. And like I didn't realize because you make different decisions. So you have like dialogue buttons. So it'll say like so and so says that they went to go kill this guy, and you're like, I don't think that that's the best idea. At the top left, it'll say Asterion approves of this decision. Lae'zel disapproves of. I didn't know that that was like banging points. Like it was like if you do something, they're like, oh, that makes me real horny.
You're just building up the horny meter until it's just like flashing red.
I had no idea. It was like, I mean, it's interesting. And now I'm into this. Apparently, it's racist to call the devil lady a devil, but they're called tieflings. I'm into the tiefling lady, Karlach.
Hot?
Is she hot?
Yeah, is she hot?
She's literally hot. Her heart is burning out of her chest, and she might die because she's so hot.
Oh wow, she's super hot. Really hot devil lady. I'm looking at this now. My gosh.
I love how you had a full preference images.
I have a full here. This is I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, yeah. Check out the hot devil lady. She's smoking a cigar here.
Ooh.
Yeah. My lord above.
And she's so nice. Like she's so cute.
She's got those come hither eyes. All right, I might be into this.
It's so cutesy patootsy. Do you know what kind of character you play?
Usually I'm like some level of a mage. Like I enjoy having magic spells at my disposal and being able to like cast them, and I think that's more effective and more fun than being just like a brute force warrior. But I also like to be a little sneaky devil, like I like to up my stealth so that I can wander around and sort of be a creep. Um, so yeah, probably something like that. And then I like for my characters, if I'm going to like fully customize them, I like that for them to look like super duper weird. Like
I think so at the beginning you get to choose the way that your character looks. But then they also have you they don't explain anything. They like, this is your buddy, basically. So I made her look fully cuckoo bananas, but when she came on the screen, I like this because it was like hours of gameplay into it, and she looks actually so cool.
You're kind of selling me on this.
I thought you already said yes.
I did say yes, but it was under duress. It's because I was trying to get you off the phone. Yes, whatever.
Fine, Deanna.
Yeah, yes, Deanna, yes. I thought you were calling me for some pressing business. If you can believe it, Deanna and I actually have a number of enterprises with together that we go about, and we try to be involved in business. We had just been talking about something else, and had walked away with our separate marching orders, and I thought she was calling me about that and something related to the business that she and I have together. And as it turns out, she's like, have you played Baldur's Gate? Let's play right now. And it was like, it's like 10:30 on a Monday. And I'm like, no, dog, I can't. That's the other thing, Deanna, is you don't like sleep. And so it's like, you're going to want to do this thing at like 11:30 at night. Like,
No,
hey, I'm in my jammies.
We'll schedule it and make it a normal time.
It needs to be a normal time. It needs to be
Because I'll still have my other game to play, like my personal game. I'll still have that to play when we're not doing our campaign.
Okay. I mean, this is going to eat significantly into the amount of Wingspan that I play, so you're going to have to factor that in.
Nobody's inviting me to Wingspans after Jeff canceled me. I got that whole game. I learned the rules, and then his brother decided I'm the enemy of the state, the Wingspan state.
Played the so it's Wingspan is a bird-based
Wait, you tell them
strategy
about
game.
this. I gotta do another potty break, but you can.
Okay. All right. Wingspan is a bird-based strategy game wherein it's originally a board game, and you draw different bird cards, each of which have an ability, and you play it. It's very similar to Magic of the Gathering, where there's like resources that you have to draw. Each bird has its own special abilities and powers. And basically my little brother and I have gotten very into playing this game because it's highly competitive. There's several different ways to win. It's really awesome. It's available in the App Store. Would highly recommend it. He and I play for somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour every night at Wingspan. And so I was telling Deanna about it. I'm like, oh yeah, Wingspan is really awesome. She got into it. She downloaded it. And we were actually at Jeju, to bring this conversation full circle. We were at the Korean spa, and I was like, hey, let's get Jeff in on this Wingspan game. Jeff being my little brother. I called him up. I'm like, Deanna and I are ready to play some Wingspan. Let's get to it. And wouldn't you know it, basically, Jeff played with Deanna for 15 minutes, and then at the end of the game, gave up on rage quit, said she was taking way too long, and refused to play another game with me for a month. Like, walked away entirely from Wingspan, had to retire out away from the game because he was so frustrated with Deanna's pace of play at Wingspan. It was fucking ridiculous. Like, it was so funny. Like, caused a major rift between he and I. Just Deanna just going about playing the game, which I will say, in fairness to Deanna, it was her first ever time playing a very complicated board game, and two, she was quite good at it. And that's the other thing that I will warn you right now, is that if you're going to go up against Deanna in any kind of game, watch out, because she's got the same strategy every single time. She loves to play dumb. She loves to act as though she has no idea what's going on. She throws out all these silly non sequiturs that don't make any sense. And lo and behold, an hour later, she has won the game. She's got like a very, very keen sense for how to win and how to understand the rules and how to play them well and how to adapt. And her whole thing is she's a complete sandbagger, and she lies about not knowing the game, not knowing how to play. Beware, watch out. If you're ever in a poker match with her, if you're ever playing on anything at all, she is a real dastardly individual. You're back.
I am back. I am dastardly.
You are. And it took me like a year of playing board games with you before I realized, like, oh, this is all just an act. And she's actually quite good at all these games. She wins consistently. You've never been killed at the witchcraft game.
I know.
Which is the next time we play, it's my first order of business is to wipe you out. I'm coming for you.
You started after the last time we played that game. I was like, you guys know I've never lost this game. You go, kill her!
Witch! Witch! I just like screaming that at you because it's very satisfying to scream witch!
And apt.
And apt, and very, very apt.
I feel like, especially among people who don't know me, I have noticed that people will underestimate my intelligence, and people only understand you as what they perceive you to be. So if that is your limited perspective on how a human being can behave or be in general,
No,
I'm
hold
going
on
to
a
use
second.
that to my perspective.
I'm going to stop you right there, because that you are actively working to build that mythology around yourself. It's not that people are automatically assuming that you're
Only when I play that game, like
but so that it's not that people are not assuming unfairly that you're an idiot. You're acting like an idiot, and people are saying
I act like it when I'm playing the game, but I'm like, I know that these people don't know who I am, and I know that they will believe I'm an idiot. So I can get away with being like, wait, what? Or a lot of times it's just distraction of being like, all of a sudden everybody's coming for me. Well, what does that card even mean?
Exactly. You're a dastardly individual who plays backhanded games in order to win, which I
That's
appreciate.
not
I'm
sandbagging, though. That's not the definition of sandbagging.
I'm not putting what is the definition of sandbagging?
Sandbagging is when you bet like under. So in spades, like if you're playing like a bagged game and you both have to say like I can do 7, and then the other person says I could do 6, and they get 10, that's sandbagging.
Wait, sorry. Just say it one more time.
So if in like you know how spades
Wait, no,
works?
this is exactly it. Sandbagging is a deceptive tactic where someone conceals their true ability or potential or exaggerates difficulty to gain an unfair advantage later. That's exactly what you do.
It's it's not used in that way in like game speak though. It's more for like when you're bidding or you have to like you're like I can't possibly get 20 in this card round or whatever, so that it puts your opponents thinking like, "Oh, they're on top," when really you have like the ace through the jack or whatever.
No, no, no. This Gemini says otherwise. It's giving me the actual definition here.
It's I understand the definition does apply, but it's used out of context and incorrectly.
Wait, what? No, no. That's exactly the context here.
No.
Yes.
You call somebody a sandbagging motherfucker when they bid like 5, but they actually won like 10 hands, like something like that, where it's not like using a deceptive tactic in terms of like emotional manipulation.
That's exactly what Google is telling
It's
me is the
more like
definition.
a gameplay strategy to like mess with people's minds in that way. Like
First of all, Trailer Park says, nah, I don't think you're an idiot. So you've got that going for you.
I know that I'm not.
You've got that going for you. In pro wrestling, this is per Trailer Park. Sandbagging is when an upset performer fucks up on the move on purpose to make the other performer look bad and dangerous. That's the professional wrestling. Let's see. Sandbagging. What is it? Sandbagging is when a player purposely enters an event or tournament at a lower level with the intention to dominate.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like you bid low because you know you can go so much higher. Is
No, but
generally what
this is more like if the weight class was like 145 to 160 and I got myself down to 135 for the weigh-in, and
exactly, like
that
it's using something as like more of a bidding strategy. It's not like they're two different things.
go talk to Google.
You talk to Google.
No,
Should be
I've been
talking to
talking to them all
Google.
day. I've been talking to them all day. I'm done with it. But again, Trailer Park does not believe that you're an idiot. That's why he's our number one fan.
Is it the peanut?
It is the peanut. It is the peanut. I keep it by the desk in order to stim, and it's
You do a
very,
lot
very
of
nice.
stimming.
Yeah, I do. I do. I
You
realized
do a
that
lot of like chewing on your
yeah.
thingy.
Does that count?
Yeah.
It does. That's stimming. I do a
Yeah.
lot of chewing in general. I used to chew on my pencils real bad when I was in middle and elementary school. I chew
You
on
bite into the
pens.
metal part
I chew through the wood down to the graphite.
like a beaver.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to rip it apart and like tear through it. And now I vape, which I think is just ends up being like its own level of
Oral
stimming. But yeah,
fixation.
yes, completely. Like most things, it has really freaked out a lot of people that I've worked with in the past because it's like we'll be somewhere on a job site and I'm like kind of like absent-mindedly like have something in my hands and then I just put it into my mouth. And like I've had several
Like what?
oh god, like the headset on microphones or like tools like hand tools and things. like yeah, like it's happened a lot. Like I've had multiple bosses of mine be like, "Hey, don't put that in your mouth. Like that's really disgusting." And I can't help it. I don't know where this comes from. I used to be a thumb sucker, and so I think that that
Oh, I
might have
did not say
something to
that.
do with it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I had to quit cold turkey thumb sucking when I was like 7 or 8 years old.
7 or 8?
Yeah, it was late.
That's later than late, that's pretty late.
It was late. It was like I would still do it to this day if I could, but I've worked myself out of it. I quit cold
What was
turkey.
the catalyst of the quitting?
My dad was like, "You have to stop doing this." Like he's like, "That's like you've got to learn how to ride a two-wheeled bicycle, and you've got to stop sucking your thumb."
How did
And
you
that
stop?
well, that was where he introduced the concept of cold turkey to me to begin with. Was like he was like you just gotta stop outright and not do it anymore. I can't remember specifically what it
That takes
wasn't
a lot
like.
of willpower for, like, a 7, 8-year-old.
I know. So it's like, oh, why have I not been able to successfully quit any of the other things throughout adulthood that I would really like to?
You quit other
Um,
things,
like what?
like alcohol.
Yeah, but the thing is that those that had a real downside to it that I was tired of dealing with the repercussions of all the time, and so it was like a little bit easier to walk away from. I'll tell you, I haven't smoked any weed in like 3 months or
Really?
so.
Are you
Yeah,
dreaming?
thereabouts. Yeah,
How are the dreams?
crazy, crazy. I had a dream. You were in it, and I was back in Baltimore, and I used to live there with my ex-wife, and I was back in Baltimore, and you were there, and a couple of other people too. Um, uh, a friend of yours was there, and as was a friend of mine, and like basically like, and they were all women, and 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 at some point you guys all had a conversation with my ex-wife, and then you were all pissed like and like did not because at the beginning of the
That's your
dream I
worst
was like,
nightmare.
oh my god, it really was, and I was like at the beginning of the dream I was like, yeah, let's go to Peter's Inn, we'll have a great dinner, and I'll take you guys around, we'll go to the Poe house and go see the Capone cherry tree and all this stuff. And then by the end of the dream it was like, oh, these three women are not messing with me at all anymore, like at all. So yeah, like that was the dream. I had a dream last night that I was like running through an airport terminal because I was on a plane with somebody and they had forgotten their glasses, and for some reason it was my fault. And so it was like I was like panically running through the terminal with the sister of my ex-girlfriend, and like she is super heavy and like overweight, and so it was like a real struggle to be like, you got to come on, we got to go. And like yeah, I have been dreaming again, and pretty much all of them have been awful. Like I don't think I've had like one good dream. They've all been like not even nightmares because I enjoy nightmares, but more just like absolutely socially crippling experiences that I'm like, whenever I wake up I'm just so dazed. Like this morning it took me like 10 or 15 minutes to get out of this dream that I had last night about the glasses.
What do you mean you enjoy nightmares? Like, just scary monster stuff?
I have a lot of most of my nightmares involve two things, and they're like two very specific things. One is that I am watching a plane crash from the ground. Like I'm looking up at the sky at a plane, and I see it flying, and then all of a sudden it's starting to crash, and it's coming toward me, and I have to run away from it. Very specific nightmare that I've had like many, many times over the course of my life. And then another nightmare that I have is that I'm in some area, and the room that I'm in or the area that I'm in gets flooded, and then the floodwaters recede, but left behind are a whole bunch of like snakes and alligators and different frogs and reptiles and stuff that really just like sets me on edge. And so, yeah, like those are my two, that and being chased by somebody, but that's usually the plane factors into that. But I enjoy nightmares because I remember them, like, and I remember them for years afterwards. Like, and yeah, they are scary. It's like going to see a horror movie, but then you wake up and it's fine. It's more of like, do you ever have a dream where you kill somebody?
All the time.
Yeah. I find that super disturbing. Like I really do, like it's very, very upset. And I don't even know that I would qualify that
Yeah.
stuff as nightmares, but I'm always like, who do you kill in your dreams? Me.
Usually somebody who's trying to kill me. I don't
So it's
have a
in
lot of
self-defense.
yeah, it's always self I'm never like just going out murdering anybody, but it's interesting for your dreams or your nightmares or both of them are like so you, but weird. Because the like plane thing, you love plane crashes, but it's like such a weird thing for the nightmare for you to not be in the plane.
Oh, big news, separate news. I'll say this real quick. Daily Air Crash is back on Instagram. I don't know if I sent you
Thank
that, but
goodness.
it's super exciting. Guys, it's an entire channel that's just devoted to recreating airline crashes in super they're like great production value. They look amazing. Would highly recommend if you're into watching plane crashes and are really into them, which I
I
think we all are.
I saw a thing this morning where somebody went to like the Delta, I guess on like the first Tuesday monthly or something. They do like a whole sale, and I was like, oh, I should go there for like Dan one of the days and like get stuff. But then I actually watched the videos of what's available, and it's like they're selling those little pamphlets that you get that's like the rubber
Yes.
bag. They sell those for
Yes.
$5 there.
Wait, the emergency pamphlet?
Yeah,
Yeah, I read through that every time I get on a plane.
I do too. I want to
Yeah.
refresh.
I wanna know. I wanna be fresh about what the procedure is for when the shit goes down. I wanna know, what exactly am I supposed to be doing? Where are the exits?
People
I
might be
personally
depending on me right now. I can't like let myself or others down.
Exactly. You know what really freaked me out is I was on a plane going down to Florida for Thanksgiving, and I sat directly next to the door, like the
That's a
main
lot of
door.
pressure.
It was so scary, and I don't know why I've gotten, like, much more nervous about being on the plane of late, and, like but something about that just absolutely freaked me out, like, it was so I don't know why it threw me so much, like, I felt like anything that I did near the door was gonna cause it to fly open and just that people were gonna start to be sucked out of the plane. Or it was like something would overtake my brain and I'd be like, you gotta open the door right now. Like I started
Oh,
to
I
worry
thought
about having
that. I'm like, all
yeah.
right, let's go.
Let's go. Let's rip this open. Let's get that big slide out.
I've only sat next to the door one time on a plane, and I read that instruction manual so many times. And the stewardess had come by and she was like, you're next to the door. So, like, you really have to pay attention. And it's like, I'm I might have a heart attack right now. I didn't know that like people's lives were depending on me flying.
Very much so. Like it's a high pressure situation. Even when they have to when they come through and they do the whole thing, like I need a verbal yes or no. Are you good to go on this? Are you okay to sit
Am
in
I?
the
I didn't
emergency
know
room?
I was signing up for this.
I am absolutely ready to roll. Like I'm down. First of all, I'm going to be the first person out of the plane. Second of all, I'm going to be like ferrying people out and grabbing them and throwing them onto the wing. Like I'm ready to be submerged in the Hudson River, Sully
You were
Sullenberger
very
having
good
just
at not I'm not doing this as a segue, but to segue to the juggalos, you were extremely good and I was so weirdly proud of you as a man, as you being a man, not as me being a man, but like your manliness when we were at the gathering, and anytime that there was like a sudden firework that was coming at me, you would just like grab me and like chuck me out of the way. And I was like, damn, that is so like you're on top of it. Thank you.
yeah, of course, of course. But some combination of like Boy Scouting and being prepared. And then also doing lifeguard duty. It's like you always have to be on the lookout for people being safe. It's a very annoying, it's a very I think you have this as well too, because it's like we both when there's like an emergency or there's some level of shit that's going down, I feel like you and I always like pop into like emergency preparedness mode and try to figure out how to solve it.
For sure. There's so many like when the guy was getting stabbed outside of um Beetle Cat, and the guy who got stabbed, did I tell you this?
No.
the guy who was getting stabbed was a lot bigger than the stabber, and so he just started beating that guy up, and it all happened so suddenly. We were at the point of the night where it's like winding. We had just like checked out and everything, and Beetle Cat is at like the intersection area. A car goes and somebody's in the middle of like walking down the crosswalk, and the guy was like, fuck you for like almost running me over, like you shouldn't have been driving. A guy pulls open the door, gets out, he has a huge like hunting knife and just starts like slashing at this guy.
Oh my God.
And I was in a group of 4 people standing outside waiting for like an Uber, and at first, like, I didn't know if it was a gun that he had, like, what level, but then seeing the slashing movements, I was like, okay, like, I started sprinting to the people. And then the guy who was getting stabbed, he's so much bigger that he just started like beating that guy up. And then I look in the car and there's a woman in the car in the passenger seat, and she's like completely ghost white. And is like shaking, like you can see her like vibrating. And so then I jumped in the stabber's car
Oh my
and
God.
I was like, did he take you? Are you okay? Like, do you know this man? She's like, this is my first date. We're
Awesome.
on our way to dinner. It's like, okay, well, like you can come with me. Like, come out of the car, come with me. This person seems kind of unstable. And she's like, I just don't understand. And she's like, blah. And I was like, all right, well, we are in the middle of an intersection, and this does pose a danger, and let's get you out of the way. So then I went into the parking lot, and it was very similar actually to when we pulled into Taco Bell, and I was like, we just had 2 pounds of wings, where I just talked to like the parking attendant. I was like, the guy she's on a first date with just stabbed somebody out in front of here. Is it okay if I park the car for a second? He was like, Yeah.
Yeah, honey, no problem.
Like, I don't know what's going on. And so then I parked her, made sure she was safe, and went back, and like people had come out at that time and like done triage.
Do you think they went on with the rest of the date?
They did, because I'm I was like, oh my gosh, humanity. Um, the police had been called, everything was handled. The guy who did the stabbing was like on the curb, and he was like, somebody had taken a hoodie and like wrapped it around him, kind of like a one of those suits. And I was like, you can come with, like, let's walk down the street or whatever you want to do, totally up to you. And she's like, I'm gonna stay with him.
Can you imagine the next day when he's texting her and is like, I've had a really nice time. I had a really nice time last night. I'd like to see you again. And she's like, I don't think it's going to work out. Do you think then he says, like, it's because I stabbed that guy, isn't it?
Is it the stabbing?
Was it the stabbing that really meant I'm so this
I
is
can see maybe where things went wrong.
how many times is this going to happen to me before I learn my lesson that you shouldn't stab somebody on the first date?
I usually try to do it before I pick up the girl.
Exactly. Just covered in blood coming into the date. Oh my God. That's horrific.
No, but that's what I'm saying of like when you're on the I feel like there's the uh fight, freeze, or fawn response. And I know that I'm a person who I can tell like at least 6 different stories like that where my response is like run into it, and that's really bad.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
from an
agree.
evolution point of view, it's just
I
like,
agree. It's not a good trait. It's much better to flight at the end of the day than to go
yeah.
right into the middle of the action. But I've also had this. I watched a woman get hit by a car in a parking lot, a Publix parking lot in Florida, and she was thrown like 5 or 6 feet. And like I immediately jumped into the situation and I was like, just like stay on the ground, like like let's do like a what is it, a concussion check with your eyes just to make sure you're okay. And she was like, no, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, genuinely, like, you just got hit by a car. Like, you should really go down the street and go to, like, there's an urgent care that's right there. You should walk in and just go get checked out because you don't know how you could have just been injured. And she started to get very annoyed with me. And I was like, I'm trying to help you right now. That's it. Mostly when I get into that mode, it's like people are just annoyed. This happened to us at that one. It was at the gathering 2 years ago, and we were hanging out at the camp, and like it was, I think, like Saturday night. It was like the last night of the festival, and all of a sudden we started hearing somebody yell, "Help me!" And like you and I immediately perked up and we're like, "What is that? Like that sounds totally different than the rest of the chaos that's going on here." And we like ran around the corner and there was a guy that was having like a full like emotional he was having some kind of an episode, like a full breakdown episode. And we like everybody was standing around like not doing anything, and we were like, we really need to do something. Like we really need to go get help. And let me tell you something, when it's time to go find help at the gathering of the Juggalos, you find that it's quite far away. And it's also like the help that's there is kind of lacking. But I think you and I and Peter Parker were all like, we converged and we're like, go find somebody and bring them back here right now in order to help this. And yeah, it's a very tricky situation to get into because you're also like, I don't want this person to get into trouble or anything, but
But like
clearly
this
like
might be like
this could
must
be a,
happen.
yeah. And then that one that there was like a woman that was wandering by and she was like, it sounds like he's having a like some kind of like a narcotic episode. And I was like, how do you know that? And she's like, I'm a nurse. And I was like, can you help? And she said, no, I'm legally not allowed to help, which I also understand is like you can't sit there and give medical help to somebody outside of like your normal medical setting. Like that's like a normal doctor thing. But
Feel liability.
yeah, but to me, it's like you have to do something in that instance. Like when something happens, you can't just
It's
freeze.
kind
You've
of
got
like
to,
judge the situation. How serious is this? What can I do about it? And it all has to happen so quickly. But I feel like both of us are on the same page. It's just like, okay, what can we do? And I do not run. Like it is a part of my soul that I will never run. And I sprinted through all of the juggalos like I was being chased by a saber tooth. I was going so fast and ended up,
wait, do you mean as a rule you don't run in life?
no, I don't run. Have you ever seen me run?
I haven't now that I'm thinking about it. Not once. I think even when we did our field day, I'm not sure that I saw you run anywhere.
Not gonna happen. But in that situation, it's like I'm making the executive decision right now. I'm going to run. And I sprinted to the medical tent because I don't know how I even knew where it was, if I had like a map on my phone or something. And maybe I was stopping along the way to figure it out. And I got to the medical tent and it was just this big white tent and a couple of like the pop-up tables and just one person hiding underneath the table talking to himself and like one other person like using it to charge their phone. And I waited there for a while and I think I sent you a message like that I don't know, there's nobody here. I don't know what to do.
But we got
And
that
then
guy some help.
yeah, I think you found someone on a cart.
Yes, and I was like, "Follow me." And then I was also like, they were like, "Where is this happening?" And I was like, "On Elm Street." And they're like, "What?" Like they were
Across
like,
from Buy My Weed.
exactly, like by Scrubs. And it's like they're like, "Wait, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying." And I realized like I have no idea where I am either. Like looking around, I'm like, I don't know how to tell you where to go, where we're going. Like I'm also lost.
Just follow in this general direction. Well, actually, that is a good segue to another segment that you do have loaded up, which is when both of us heard screaming and we were at the disco and leather and silver tent. And in the background, we just heard like the most terrifying, like woman, like screaming for help sound but it was like like weird sounding, and we both made eye contact, and I could tell Dan was asking me the question with his eyes. That was like, do we go and do something about this? And I like sat there and listened for another and heard it again when it did a nod, and then we both like bolted up like cartoon characters and sped out of the tent looking for the direction of the scream.
Yes,
Is
and then
that a
we
good
rounded the corner.
summarization?
That was an excellent segue, Deanna. Very well done. That was a great summarization. And this is what we found.
Hit it.
Aztec Death Whistle. I got it at a Ouija Mac show. One dude was opening up for it, and he looked at me. He was like, "Here you go." And I was like, "You gave this to the wrong motherfucking person."
That scared the shit out of us. Hell yeah, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. What was your name?
My name is Torn to Pieces for Life, motherfucker. Woo woo. Hey yeah. Woo woo. Woo woo.
I love that clip so much. My name is Torn to Pieces, motherfucker. Yeah, the Aztec death whistle. Can you imagine being like a villager out in the middle of like rural Mexico in around 1000 AD, and then hearing that coming through the woods at you, like would have absolutely I would have set my soul afire. Like it was so scary.
It was legitimately scary.
It was so terrifying. And then I rounded the corner into that guy's tent and I saw him blowing on it. And I was like, okay, that scared the shit out of us. Can we please interview you real quick? And he's like, for $20. And I was like, my guy, I'll do it for 10. And we shook on it. And then that was the clip that came out of it. But yeah, I love that so much. Absolutely mortifying, that scream. Terrifying. Oh, good times.
Did you order one?
No, that's why I have my
You have your own death whistle. I'm gonna start calling it your death whistle.
My voice is the death whistle, Deanna.
It was horrible waking up to that.
You loved it. Was able to like it was like some kind of like a thingamabob, or I could what is it, a discombobulator, where I could just shoot Deanna with it and she would fly across the room.
It was very Acme coded.
It was very Acme-esque of being able to just blast you out of bed across the room. Oh my god. Good times.
The little cartoons of cats when they get scared.
I love to scare the dickens out of you, Deanna. I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan.
You do a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you played with the didgeridoo before?
I never have. I've never held one. I think you have to have like the good strong embouchure for that, like that noise, right?
I'm sure you do.
How do I hang up on you? How do I get you off of my screen? All right, let's mute Deanna. Let's forget that she ever existed. She's no longer welcome on this channel. I'm sure you do. You think you're so fucking clever. It's ridiculous.
Can you whistle and hum at the same time?
No. Is that a thing? Wow. I can barely whistle, as it turns out.
I'm going to add that to multi-talented artist. Whistle.
I got to get that dialed in.
You do. It takes a lot of hours.
Well, yeah, I bet. How much of your life have you devoted to
learning? A lot of
I bet you have. I bet you have. Let's hear it one more time.
That's a bad thing about whistling, is you can't smile. Isn't that cool?
Good times. Man, we've been at this game for 2.5 hours, Deanna.
Wow.
I know, I know. Just sitting here gabbing about dinosaurs and Jeju and juggalos and all the rest.
We did such a good job.
We did, we did. For the first time that we've been doing this now, and you said it was 10 months.
Yeah.
Why did we stop?
Because you didn't want to.
I didn't want to anymore.
Yeah, you got tired.
I don't remember that. You're
Your
just
old
making shit
man
up now.
buns were setting in.
I am an old man for sure. I'm sure you did something to anger me.
Probably.
As you do all the time. All the time. You're a frustrating person.
As
I
I
hate
want
you, but I
to.
also love you at the same time. It's conflicting. It's difficult. Because I could do this all day. I could sit here with you and literally talk about dinosaurs, fossils, watch you do some art, watch through some of the clips of stuff that we've made before. And I've
Find out
said
if
again,
dragons are real.
the dragon was real. First of all, the dragon is real. I informed you of the fact that there are dragons that are living in China now. That's a real thing. But I will say again, I've said this to Deanna several times in private. I will say it again. I have a lot of harebrained schemes. I come up with tons of them. None of them ever come to fruition. And yet somehow with Deanna, they always actually become a reality. I said, hey, let's go to the Gathering the Juggalos. We're going to shoot a documentary. We're going to do that. And lo and behold, the whole thing is done. It's up online. You can watch it right now. Our work, our piece, our masterpiece for right now.
That's more like punching. Do more like a dab.
No, I'm punching. I'm punching it. I'm punching you. Yeah, and lo and behold, she and I have a stand-up comedy show that we produce ideally once a month, although it's been it's been a little less common than that in the last couple of months. But all the same, that is the thing that was an idea and now actually exists. And I can't help but think that the one tying by into all of this is that Deanna happens to be involved.
That big old brain.
Maybe.
And we have more stuff in the works.
We sure do, Deanna. We need to talk about whatever our next project is. I personally do really like the Precious Moments Cathedral. I think we should go talk to those people immediately.
Well, I have a little bit of news for you, but I do have to pee again. And also, are you trying to wrap it up, or do we want to go on TikTok for some of it?
I think I need to eat. I need to have a little break. Can we do like a half hour and then we go
Yeah,
on
let's do a
TikTok?
little break skis, and then
Yeah,
we'll
now
do a
let's be straight about something. I can't vape. I can't curse. What else? I swear I go on TikTok live and I see people that are dropping F bombs and getting inappropriate and stuff. Like, what is it about your account that we can't do these things?
This is my fault.
Yes.
Wow, I'm the victim.
No, you're the perpetrator.
I'm both.
You're very much the perpetrator.
Complexity of being a
Yeah,
human.
yeah. So we have to keep it somewhat PC. All right, cool. Well, you can come find me if you want to join us over on TikTok. We're going to go over there in about a half hour. I'm at Parduction is my username on there. So I don't know if you, Deanna, do you want to give your username as well?
I'm Wiseacre Works, I think.
No,
I'm not?
no,
What?
I'm not. Aren't you Dumbmaker?
Wait, hold on. I changed it.
It changes. So Deanna has so many goddamn accounts. It's so hard. Like all the time, it's like you might know this person. It's a different name. But it's the same picture. And I'm like, yes, indeed, I do know them. I already follow them on like 4 different channels.
Okay, wait. Actually, I have to check.
Wait, come back. Say it again.
Yeah. I'm currently Deanna Wiseacre, at Deanna Wiseacre.
Deanna Wiseacre. Okay, cool. I do just want to say one thing real quick before we do go. All right. So basically, I went home back in December for the holiday, and I have two biological brothers, and then I've got a third honorary brother. He's my oldest brother's best friend. I've known him for as long as I have been alive. His name is Aaron. He's a great guy. He's super funny. I see him pretty infrequently. I went to his holiday party. And he immediately started talking about the Juggalo documentary. He was so into it and so very very involved in it, and we went into one of the rooms of his house. He's like, I've got a special surprise for you. And I just want to play this clip real quick. I'm not going to post this. I'm pretty sure that Aaron will eventually watch this. I swear I will not post this, but I do want to share this with you right now.
Yeah,
dude, who is that?
I fucking missed it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he always fishes with me. Oh my goddamn yacht.
Like LaCroix in that fridge?
That's a lucky motherfucker. What's that?
Do you mean LaCroix? Something he's never tried.
I think just because he's so goddamn honest about how he feels.
Music Unlimited.
Then he got you to open up about your alcoholism.
Completely ad-free.
Aaron's such a deep follower. Deep follower.
You said you even shed tears at the last event. You opened up to him. I know what you're talking about. I connect. I'm not ready to give it up yet, though.
Yeah. Do you wanna send a message to Deanna?
No.
I would love to share this with her.
What's that?
Does she have anything to say to her?
No, I think you guys have an amazing. The way you both speak grabs my attention, and I hope to follow you on other adventures.
Hell yeah. Do you like
I
Deanna?
just don't want you to get sprayed with piss ever again.
So he basically was like, he went on at length, and what he said to me was, he's like, my favorite part of what you guys do is definitely the little podcast live stream thing that you guys have. He's like, he was like, you're both really excellent at that. I think you should be doing it full time. And it's interesting, like the non-Juggalo civilian people that have gotten onto this channel, friends of ours that we know personally that have like actually gone through and watched everything. It's a very weird array of people that have like really glommed onto this, but Aaron was like, I really think that the two of you have something in your ability to like talk, and you have great chemistry together, and you're really excellent on camera, and your voice together is really, really good. So So the reason why I was enthusiastic about coming back and doing this thing and joining Deanna here on live is because of Aaron. And I want to give a real quick shout out to him and say thank you very much for those words of encouragement. I would also like to say that right after coming off of everything about the documentary, he said, that Deanna, she's so beautiful. She's so hot. She's so, I'm in love with Deanna. And I was trying my best to get him to say so in that clip because he was a little drunk, but he was too much of a gentleman in order to say so. But I did think that was very funny. Deanna, he had some very kind words for you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, Deanna, let's get out of here. Let's come back. Let's do it again sometime soon, not 10 months from now.
Are we doing it in 30 minutes?
Yeah, we are. But I'm just saying on this channel, in this context. All right, cool. All right. Give a special shout out. Is that Pure Moods? Hey, let's go out with some Pure Moods. Absolutely. I'm fading this show out with the Pure Moods trailer. Hold on. Yes.
Imagine a world where time drifts slowly. A world where music carries you away. Experience Pure Moods, the perfect soundtrack for your way of life. Direct from Europe, This multi-platinum collection has won the hearts of millions.
Mine Day some vibes.
Set adrift with the timeless pleasures of Tubular Bells. Or take a trip into the unknown with the X-Files theme.
Take a trip into the unknown with a techno remix of the X-Files theme.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. The fucking sound, the theme song to The Exorcist is on Pure Moods. Like, who wants that?
What?
That's terrifying.
No other
Sadness, enigma.
All right,
Words to live
I'm
by.
gonna go. Bye.
Bye.